100.9 FM suni na enne eye Monday January 27 2025 and the time just about gone 20 minutes past 1. Sabri will say the next and nedjo or pepon busman nida etoso aduonu enson afimpinu aduonu enum na mam say don kwapa ho meti aduonu na me man tijumadi ne de bremo na me man tijumadi de bremo me amedi ho chia me from me ADAKABRI Mahmudu osioma na kajo da miado na aye producer adwumadi sine na so Majari Osajimai aboni chidom ayema kwe free na service mrante kwa anu mienu na abra frema abankro as a technical producer na ono nsoso no wo hwe one nana ya asafo na omotimi aye de bene ama yenya interactions on various social media handles say Facebook say X say TikTok and YouTube ni nyina na abra frema ene nana ya asafo na ehwe atoto ede ama yene afei eye engineering team no achu agbo worker kwatia kwa na jare na abuachi na adasan kroman so de da nyina sanmrane se sempro ansa na akowie eye facilities team no ai big solo na eye dada na face no Ubrana ene de eye ya yenua no na mapuna na face no nana yaw na fe eye sami omu nyina mu no na eye DJ Bosco aba na fe ye de aseda e de ama Mills sadman ne se tete ensa eni nyina etimi aba bedru na ensa modaba masone tiawa na ehun enkomo na yebedi ne enkomo ayedie no ni nyina no ekowie se osi President John Dramani Mahama ene wotu kwan na otu kwan no one ne ba ene tu kwan na nipa bi ahase ebusa se adenti ena odine ba edinachi elections mu wie ya otu kwan kura ko obi man so no ne ba isa edinachi nti die ne wo mu as President Mahama continues to put out his team as criticism surfaces about his son's political future. The President Mahama oguso ena woye de benia wode ni minister foi eba yeko vetin ame yeso e mo in na nipa bi ahase ebusa se na no yebekọ akoto aba oye campaign na bedi nachi ana be ma yodi nachi one ne kwa ne na ebe afi oba aban mu nso otu kwan akoduru Kenya so ne be ne ka ne ho ibitiba bubusa se ne ba no edien na opese oye media pundits no and political pundits no ebe kire mu I say MPP boycotts media general platforms across. Has boycotts in the past by any political party yielded positive dividends? I say MPP boycotts media general platforms across. Has boycott in the past by any political party yielded positive dividends? The MPP for I say ne media general for platforms ahodo say ye TV3 say ye 3FM say ye Onua TV Onua FM ni nyina che say omo enkoso biem na ye buso say a political party be say ye ma platform so ye ma platform so no ya na e de bibi papa bi e de bre wo ma ekosisen ene eno so ye badwene ho but before then ne de na ye behwe na yetimi e de democrat na ahodo ayensa kan no ye de emu nsem ne bi atomonim ansa na interviews no aba beto aso enti Daily Graphic ana odikan Daily Graphic is saying financial indiscipline rocks MMDA's 10-year audit reveals 222.84 million in irregularities. And Johnson Akowia Akua Mwasiedu oye auditor general and McLean Kofi Akrama editor diaba semfie dunie and municipal ye metropolitan district assemblies ahodo yakọ akwasese wo musika yesese sika no a kese de afankwanta enenam million ahanu aduanan emienu akiri po ye aduowotwe enan 242.84 million in irregularities and yam fasika to baby a was a yede eto dasibra kwia moaboaten a wotoso miensa takes off as co-paramount chief I dasibra kwia moaboaten atoso miensa and otoso miensa ene ana nananom atenase ewo kwauman mu se wono ana yayi no se oba beye eye kwauman hene abra ba kono akua mo Japan woni ese yayi no afri akonya so enti etena bretua abusuafo ana omosi akonya no efoforo Daily Dispatch ana odebaye also give me details of staff added to your payroll since December 7. Chief of Staff to government agencies Owura Julius Kwasi Debra Chief of Staff the krata wotintim de kokoma enyuma abanya dwuma ku ahodo se efrisi ato abawie yen hwan ana yafa wo mo also why I picked Napo over myself as running mate of Baumia chairmansa Owura the planner honorable Ose chairmansa Tete Swami Mrashebedwani majority leader ene one Dr. Muhammad Baumia enenam Nigeria na we no say sentia wono osache mensa bonsu wamfa no ho amata Baumia ho na ohwe ye eka se Napo na enko no na wo cheche mu ama Dispatch ediaben Daily Post na ono so de bai o say President Mahama appoints Ishmael Jansen Chairman of 7-member National Economic Dialogue Team. Unilever, Ishmael Jansen, UAC, Ishmael Jansen, and John Dramani Mahama Economic Dialogue. One more also I'm not famano. Papa, one the highest paid pensioner. Our Ghana has say, no Jansantem, ama yan tete, Nisika amfankwanya allowances, and na yedi in the basic pay. In the basic pay course runti, and yes, wajiaji impimenim ana senate for na hunu nyanza za pede yakapo ya ma upe no yanka mu mfa nkosoro sa ene se oto ma upe bi ato aduane ade enti ni ayo basic pay ne kitwa bi na allowances wo so yetua senate based on your basic pay papa di hunu nyanza ntem and ntene yetua pension on the highest paid pensioner e Ghana hase was Hannah Tete appointed as UN Special Representative for Libya. Hannah Tete, Nanka, Oye, NDC Mrashobedwani, and Yasa Manamus, as much as United Nations force him. Uncle Jinem, Libya, Emfa Emma Womo. We are impressed at your speed of work. Togbe Afede to Mahama, the Asogli state. The Agbogbo Mafia of the Asogli state, Togbe Afede, and John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, ho, no kodu ye no kacha wo de watch le bi amana ye fe. Nenye ba ku bia ye yi ne de ma yen. Wono de yes wo gu na nanem anim ase, ma wo de be dru nkran, ma Jubilee House anim gu ase to yen. Na wo de wa be no, se de wasi ahya ase a wo ye wadwuma no. Ni so. Today, Anna or say, my appointments are based on merit and competence. John Dramani Mahama, and or say, Nipa wo yi omunyina so no mbebu man we say no. Or say omunyina no. Ombetimi aye. No munim di enti. Anna offer. Government gives SHS has green light to procure essential food items to feed students. And they now otwemienu and they said master for. Ya did to me show them say, omo enkonko digwa. Emfa emenu enuane emfama enkwalai Daily Democrats ana onoso ode ebaye osi Kwema chief appeals to government over land cartels and police collusion aye wahine kese a wo Kwema eno se ne nsase so no enipa bi ni approach po aka bom ana sansa asene ye chinchim ni pansa ana ode eba ye na ose Dr. Atoforsen assures Ghanaians of prudent fiscal management the finance minister Kasel Atoforsen ana ose Ghana sika yabehwe na yaye ne ye ne atoto ne ye papa the new crusading guide ana ode emfonini mienu ose Kwauman gets 2 paramount chiefs as tension escalates. Ose ne so de Kwauman enipa mienu ana wane ese ye man hene ode mfonini mienu aba betoa. Commissioner of Police Kofi Buachi denies allegations of instigating chaos at Kwame Nkrumah Kotoka International Airport. Kofi Buachi so beto se nkrofo bi tutrasam or airport eno no mum kopata kwadwo ano ene yakodan no ebeka so no Kofi Buachi mum ena woye de be ne a ono ena woye basa no ewo airport honom so ena Ghanaian Times, Ghana's authoritative newspaper, say thank you tour. President outlines development projects for Volta region. Ghana Mampanyini John Dramani Mahama ena ono wako Franeja na oko kachire nananom Franeja se mpuntu a yede eba ehonum ho airport kra no yede be pilot training school ni nyina no wako akoka ede akire wo mo new center na ode aba is Lodina influencing Mahamad's appointments we seething discontent within rank and file of the NDC rising. Say nipa bi NDC for say Lodina Mahama na wo hihye dini de man kuno enti no yebuafu we ye betisemu ewo yasumu Baumia's digital economy agenda gets global support and all can say Dr. Mama Baumia digital agenda say de akoduru ewiase afana nyina Omapia Ghanaian Chronicle and all can say honesty pays. Zoom Lion worker heavily rewarded for returning 20,000 cash. Papa Kokray, Jumama Zoom Lion, a friend Salifu Ibrahim, and Ohunu Sika, 20,000, and Odikokoma Niura, 20,000 or the buy intino, and the question and the Munyam, Ewo, Ayen Krum, Asad National Playmu, Asad Naba, and Krahase, Ubedru ye, Zoom Lion Juma 4, edit it toward the Amano, Zoom Lion Jumano, Amanisika, a bikura the dollar sika ho ama wanya 28,000 abra onya ubisika 20,000 or the koye and or the ababenya 28,000 enti anoa na papai ne nukredie no adadie se oye no kwafo Salifu Ibrahim oye no kwafo I will stabilize the city and create jobs. New finance minister assures the nation. Eti Kasel Atoforsen oye finance minister and osemehwe ama city na gina na fesu yenya adwuma bi aye ede ama emabunu no. The Ghanaian publisher Fatimatu urges MPP to prioritize unity amidst post-election reflections. Former Minister for Information Fatimatu Abubakar na oka say yaman kabomu ni yanim ewo MPP num na ni nyina mu no yentimi emfa enko ndi yanhwe na interview say Pablo the Inquisitor was no deputy regional ministers James Lin government agenda say no minister the region be ma no nko a ujejeje no waginam yamfa deputy bia meka ho Buahini Edu was arrogant and disrespectful. Koku akuafo you say Buahini Edu no kasa da ben we dey be arrogant and disrespectful. Si koku akuafo nyina na e kan sa mumienya kasa tenten na mumienhwe de sese ye bia why enti the Buahini Edu at least no o weke ya the 3,100 per bag e de ma eye koku akuafo no enti de wabai mumienhwe na rande abe omra metoto na koku akuafo entimi enni yie na koku all time high in the international market no ne yemfa bi nka ho na yenya abudi na keka na we na yese Buahini Edu onye obi opekasa we depending kura why into disrespectful and arrogant one I can say Pablo one I can we reach the mama nkonkore baby kura ye can see Ghana also Ghana obro there's a kwambia so there's a omunyina kura do wa was the Ghana National Association of Cocoa Farmers Ghana National Association of Cocoa Farmers. For on the president, A.S. Stevenson and Anne say immediate past chief executive Abu Ahinedu was extremely arrogant and disrespectful, which was one of the reasons why the previous MPP government failed in the cocoa sector. He has therefore advised Dr. Randy Abbey, Ubi on no fat 3,100 demand was high disrespectful and arrogant. Dr. Abbey, and yet, yes, one more baby, I didn't to my baby without Sano. Boy, he needed to obey be our way. The woman say, Dr. Abbey, Mwanin Kohon, and my finance minister, my June Samsika, and Fan Conquer, no mebia, and Fata, and my Greek minister, be my June Samska, Cocoa board, the Sika, me and find your cocoa board, the Juma. Why, boy, he need to, and the finance minister in Chimney, sir. Now, I Greek minister in Chimney, sir. But naturally, a year was a croupon, a boy he need to, when you be a pecasa. The Dr. Abbey will be a Bible, say, I know about cancer as was I found. Will be what they call 3,100 or known disrespect, near arrogance, being the woman. Hey, right. Yan share now, your first interview. Your name, a year, Brigadier General Nunu Mensa, and Concotri and Como Ekakra. Now, yan share say, John Dramani Mahama Bain, you see how they can say, General Nunu Mahasa Yamuha. Oh, General. General. Na me papa manua to anumi makuma to me John Dramani Mahama 7th of January na just say yanya de afna na kuta na mana be Ghana mampanyini ne preoccupation say oyi ne minister for na afeso so no ochiachia akwade da ase various governments are omobabeja no for the inauguration. What assessment of John Dramani Mahama in less than one month anything?
President Mahama, you'll be a whole to me. I knew him when he came to power as vice president to French, late president Mers. So I knew him very well. The man said, second time, I met him for the second time. It will be answered as a Paul Airport Damascus. I got to see a friend, a Christian for now. What it's on now, you're probably even watching.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Quite unfortunate. Yalusu a Brigadier General retired Nunu Mensa. Yabesa etuanamong near raising back onto the line. Na yashe said ye. Entino answer no bebano. Na yanegusu se okwa kwiafo yenim de bia wo bia momyam fama Dr. Randy Abbey na ono so omwayen. Why? Na abudina keka ene asese ni dini basa ebobo no. Bo ahinedu de obetimi aye bi obeye de emu se yan se bo ahinedu ne koko na bag na ye de gisen ene dru 3,100 odi dru 3,100 no eye mo ye homodene se nimdiafo na ewo koko board ene akuafo dodo no a ewo nimde no momyam fa futu papa bi emfa emma eye Randy Abbey na nye the fact of so be kan say bo ahinedu na we disrespectful we arrogant story no so ya show baby an arrogance bi yawo ya show baby an disrespect bi yawo yansanko na ye ne Brigadier General retired Nunu Mensa ensankasa General ye do assess yet me raise you back onto the line now go so our assessment
esa make am me so bibi awo man na say minim say line ko make am say go fama dear friend ki tam ko ya ko fa na ma start control
you
online
you're online
because we are saying now because the basic yes not only Ghana there is some abodan bia ba wi asia ogere no inu ama yan real because the come to Ghana at the moment and you need to us I mean hello Putin hello
yeti papa General
yo so ya me aduma if me no could 9 years my young man is making medicine because we see a woman a many but mother me and mother may do her. But all the times a year for this young, new to us. It started long before the independence. We have been told that go on as say a child no other fact or a governor of the Gold Coast. I mean many even face to face I see his face. And then Lollister and Pamela Kuma and all kind of people are good this country. But the problem we face today, we have seen them all these years, and we haven't been able to move away from them. They keep on real carrying. And I am no crampo. If we are saying now, I'm saying day when outreach was liberated in 1944, 80 years ago. And the liberty outreach. You know your phone, I can be divided by the German as a Nazi. Now I'm surprised that so many years on, the same suffering going on there, which we abhor, which we condemn, is going on in Gaza. The prophecy says, "I'm more the area." Misuma, we are saying, so the man is well intentioned. This young one on one to young man a year.
Intina Yanyan and Dane.
I will say, Obia for the socks, the pull your socks up. Now, man, the ignorant, you can't be feed ourselves. I was already good morally scenario. I built O'Reilly. I literally built O'Reilly from Norway. But putting no more asylum down. It was closed down and I, built the school ourselves. Or was it about 2 weeks ago? And then again, 3 days ago, I was there. Even some friends saying, and I, there's a mama friend saying, abandoned feed it, new entrance to university. I'm with some money. No one saying. And then you'll be as a many in the apple. No one about it. Number two, if you actually knew you can't pay this book, you can't even run the SHS properly. Why add another burden onto yourself? I've been trained to speak the truth. To make kind of quality, but as I want to say what kind of quality. And you have many things going on in the country today. The young now young boy and everybody. As I said before, we can't feed ourselves. We are a hungry nation. The price of food is beyond anybody's reach. It is beyond my reach. Let alone other person on the street. But if you are a home, a friend say, Yanka, I'm sure that you are on the line with me. Hello.
You go to your papa.
I
own Cassandra from Accra. Immediately, challenge be papa straight away. You ever sign after back into no. I'm anyhow. Right. Until when you know, ye cannot. So generally, a dear na person ye twin adwene so. Under 1 month for John Dramani Mahama. What's not kunya swing?
The Ghana is filled with so many things. I mean, the most critical one to me as a military man is the destruction of our water bodies and our rivers and whatnot by this man instant. I've listened to a lot of people on this matter. Today, for example, a lot of discussion by lawyers and speak a lot of good English. That doesn't solve the problem. A problem when you be our good brain. A military man, not use force. I don't believe in force. Force must be the last resort. But somebody with a brain to understand the problem we are facing. And a big problem. Who's going to come dig go no test why must go? You see, I might therefore so I better say on my. But it has to be done. It has to be done by people who know what they're about. I've been calling people to try and get people, national security, people here and there to talk to them in top of the administration. But we need to tackle that problem very quickly, find a good general, a good military army general. Now, question is that I don't like using force when I'm dealing with a problem like this. I don't like it. Now, often I think to an office, you make exactly what give him a mission, what he should do, let him understand it, give him the resources he needs, and look at the problem and come to you again to talk like a president and our government. Now, nothing as I said. Now, if you are with your man, or yet, man, papa, because yet it's more problem. You have youth who are unemployed, who are trained, go to university, come to for university, they work in speed, there's nothing for them to do. We keep on training them for what? And I said what you are saying. Now, you can destroy this country. It is poisoning us. The water we eat, the drink, the fish we eat are all poison. Near to us, everybody couldn't do anything about it. I don't know my friends, you're queen, but so far, you would say, in the other one, in the door, whatever it will be. The many other issues are, you will be educated with education in a crisis. Education is in a crisis. From one passage. Not what it is for no years, ago. Not in the 21st century.
The general say, Burkina Faso, wɔn mu ture a ɔte akonnwa so sese na young man watimi ado to mankese ama bi kura ɛso ha. Is it a case say Ghanaian youth a yenya adwuma mo nye no yenya senior military officer say ontimi guide omo na engage omo in brigade adwuma so omo enkodo emfeed oman no a sada na Ghana National Reconstruction ana operation feed yourself bibisa ade a soja ni betimi guide sa youth no amoma yebi especially say Ghana National Service omo adomfuo ewo West Legon omo adobi ewo Nungwa farms any other areas here.
They were experience of this in 1972. I'm sure say Yakai General IK Acham Oba power about this time January economy getting January and a lot of programs feed yourself and then housing. What you know is the IMF. And you know for the past 5 years at least we could feed ourselves. In short, it could be done. Then I JJ Rollins, another example of the leader you mentioned. We have examples of this. What we need to do, I can do it. But for my age, I'm telling you, I could do it. And do it more than what we are saying. I don't know whether we have touched people today. But I'm sure they are Ghanaians that if they are motivated properly, why should anybody feed Ghana? Why should Burkina Faso move food and feed us? It doesn't make sense. It's because you have better conditions. I grew up in Winneba. There was not, my father was a fisherman, my mother was selling in the market in Winneba, and I became chief of defense staff. So you can become whatever you want to become if you are properly led. Let's focus on the needs of this country. Why do you go and buy land for yourself today? What do we need? It's so better than this. We should be getting ready to plant food to feed ourselves, not to buy land cruises. I am very sure that the government before had these land cruises. I've got a car which I bought 1976 January. That gives me what? I go this 50 years and I put a battery right now, I can start. So why waste our money buying land cruises? Don't do that. And the news of this country, to tell our government, you are in the country for us. We own Ghana. The government of Indiscipline doesn't own Ghana. We people of Ghana own Ghana. The people of course the same year, we said that ADAKABRI, I'm not far from trade fair. I could have trade fair and it was overthrown in 1966 before trade was opened the following year. Today, what I see that trade fair is being taken and shared by people who don't even understand the value of assets, the nation. No, we are doing things against this country which should stop immediately. And again, I've made age too long. I'll be gone. And when I'm gone, you can't migrate and fall like this. Let's wake up. And they would say, you did a 5 years and senior. Here to put with all due respect, and I was two times chief of defense staff for the rank of you were 4-star general, first brigadier general, major general, that's right general. Now you were 4-star general. I was 1-star general. And the reason why some men come on to when I see the going, I will speak up even again to come out when they take it to come out office when I was a captain. That is the disease of this country. We never could do to speak the truth. And or be right over to me. And you're supporting how much you do it in the Yanka, what is ADC, APC? Otherwise, a man of what? America. A Trump or Trump. Yes, for Ghana, for ourselves, not our grandchildren.
Na youth no adults. 62% of the Ghanaian population are youth. Na youth no so na pay adwuma ye. Enne ukwohwe Youth Employment Agency head officers and then Malik Basentele ono John Dramani Mahama yin so my Youth Employment Agency chief executive no oko azumi the reins into outgoing chief executive no Kofi by Japan hand over the amano. First, information on news portals social media said the youth should come in their numbers to usher in a year Malik Basintele na yenye de won't mean konko take over. Youth no so the osia yo. Koko di na chi bebre ebi etimi wura mu entimi enwura mu so gina bontene ekekam eye dede womu so etimi wura mu no na eye Kofi Japan handi over wura yemu anunsi na fama Malik Basintele just what me say exuberance of the youth and the better breath of the youth omani abre really no is there any hope that you see in the Ghanaian youth now?
It is a situation that is worrying to me as a person. But I've been a youth before at a very difficult time. I said to you that my papa went to school, my mommy went to school. I was the only person in the family, and then medicine family, to have education. And nobody ever paid my school fees since I finished my O level and entered the army. And now, so they will buy me who come my bride. In those days, women come my bride. No. It was from my desperate. But they did not be desperate. It was a government with a clean policy. And I believe that agriculture should be number one priority. I believe you should be able to feed yourself. If Burkina Faso can grow food and feed themselves and bring some of the food out in Ghana, we have no business going for. We have no business. When I came to power, I was in the military. Later on, I had a farm at Aboba, Kachu. The farm is still here, there as I speak to you. But we should entice them back into farming, to hard work, by leadership. For example, you can't go around in your land visa and say the youth in this heat to go and work. I was in Konyaku, I think about 2014, maybe. The police station, I don't know whether you know what happened very well. I built the police station, and one Sunday, I was actually working there about 1 o'clock at this time, going gas and watering them. And a young man, and one lady and 2 young men, I'd been to church one Sunday, and they were talking about me. The boy I was told me, I work on once. So I called them, and I work on my line. Number 2, argument said, obviously, again, I don't know, obviously, young, Mr. Mayor. Now, several more than maybe gave me, maybe years more when you have to say police. I built it myself. I built it from scratch. What we need to do is show by example how to lead, how to build a nation. Well, it's a hard work, farming. But if you, and I would make a say for me back, but they follow me, means that I'm already with you in the field. No, I went there to plant flowers, to plant plantain. I'm a chef of the principal and say, who already did to do something about your own feeding. And when I go to secondary school, I don't know, you should not answer. I want to answer. I built a whole with computers. But you see, we must show leadership by example. But the mama should not buy any language. All the money for language should go into tractors, fertilizers, seeds, and prepare to grow food to feed ourselves. And tell Ghanaians, drive your own car. My car is 50. I was 1976. 50 years old, and I can drive. I'm driving car which are all the youngest is about 13, 20 years old. That is my wife's car. So I'm saying that we use our money for purposes which are useful for us as a people, not to just have fun. Driving car was sarin and all that nonsense going on. It doesn't happen in Britain. What should it happen here?
It is a John Dramani Mahama or no or a farmer. Na Ninkrofwe Asiedin Katia eso a farmer Ufosuan Popu a farmer Julius Debra a farmer womu nyina no den no matimi translate womu affinity for farming no ama youth natimi age atod sa
Alagabe weekend I want to see them in their farm only for the mama in his farm. You know their ones, the language of the ones. Everything Bole in the Futu language means that it's okay. I know what it is, I can understand it. Let it at the farm. What body is at you should show by example. It's a hard day. I was a say look at here. All the elders of the to show by example. Maybe they should go to their farm. With canvases, not photograph wearing at the career, not wearing in air conditioning cars. Walk in the heat. I can work in the information with them and walk back at my age, almost 90. That is how you motivate the young people. And then get the inputs ready. Don't go and use the money, buy useless things to glorify your ego. Wait a minute, and so what? We are hungry people. We need to not go hungry. The Keta Lagoon at the Hopper, we should have 10 billion fish inside there, tilapia, and go cassava and soybean and feed them. It can be done. It's not beyond our capacity. We can do it. But it can only be done when a leader show the way. That's a genuine answer for you. I get told that I wonder what the hell is going on in the world. Am I mad or the world is mad? Somebody is mad, either me or the world, but I'm not mad.
But the question is, farming, is it that attractive to the Ghanaian youth now?
Attractive, but if you want them that, sit down and that. Sit down and that. Attractive, but you have to grow food. You can't go to IMF welfare forever. I didn't go to welfare. I caught class. If you know we never. Did everything that with a young boy did to further my education. Nobody paid my school fees. Nobody ever. I used to go to Whittier was a port. Calico was my tutor with the underpants to save the money to pay my school fees in school. We shouldn't sit and think that heaven will come and open our mouth and manna will fall from heaven into our mouth. It won't happen. So it is hard to grow food. The climate is hard. It's not friendly. But if people see the leaders, they themselves, involved in the activities which they're asking them to do, it's easier to persuade them. Look, the issue with the currency is the one which worries me more than anything else. But if you get a good army general, these days, I don't know what our quality is. I mean, not like my time will be and charge him that responsibility to go and examine the problem with all the info and come to government and give government as how you go to deal with problems. And yet not only can say for a water cocoa problem, but you can also deploy the view in farming to grow cash crop, avocado, this, that, mangoes. Today we talk mango back market. See the price you pay. That mango can buy 10 of my house. It doesn't make sense. What we are lacking is people to lead. Lead by example is what we are lacking today.
Okay. General Mamin Srel na obi assessment of what Donald Trump, the POTUS, President of the United States, what he stands for. Min kan brofo kakra na fe no. Yeah, intimate quantum na afiyam fa niyan komo. I said the clear message from Trump. God has blessed your country. Go back and hold your corrupt leaders accountable.
Yes.
Stop loitering the streets of America.
Yes.
If Americans were docile and refused to initiate revolution, then you would never see such an amazing nation like USA.
Yes.
If France kept mute in 1775, you wouldn't see a developed nation like France. If you like, keep playing tribal politics and suffering while your ruling class loot with reckless abandon. Stop depending on World Health Organization for subsidized drugs. At your age, you ought to have homemade drugs for common ailments. On that ground, America has left World Health Organization. Why must your country depend on the goodwill from the World Health Organization? Has God not blessed your country with professors of medicine, of pharmacy, etc., who could develop your nation's hospitals? Go and hold your ruling class accountable for rots in healthcare delivery. When they are sick, they run to USA for treatment. With your national resources, keep playing tribal politics, but get out of USA. If you are ready, you take over your country from destiny, destroying your ruling class as they did in France. All decent nations have accurate population index. Even in hell, fire, God has a record of those in it. America belongs to Americans, not Indians, not Nigerians, not Chinese, not Mexicans, not Ghanaians, and other nationals who want good life and escaped to USA. We fought for liberty and advancement. Keep quiet and wait for angels to repair your bad roads. Remain dumb as ministers, governors, commissioners, etc. loot in trillions. Return to your country and change the narratives. No more running to America with your heavily pregnant wives. You want them to give birth in America and automatically become citizens of America. That is revoked immediately. Are you praying for God to fix your bad roads? Keep praying. Was it God that fixed the roads you see in the USA, in France, in UK, in Canada, in Saudi, etc.? Remain in your country and face the roads. If you like, allow a electoral umpire to be under your corrupt politicians. Allow them to keep rigging while your religious leaders sing to your ears that those who rigged into power are God's will for your country. If truly you are tired of your country, arise and face the ruling class squarely. The French people in their millions didn't fear the military. They all involved in the revolution that gave birth to a new France. Oh, are you fasting to have stable electricity? Just continue. If you don't want to pay the price, why do you run to the USA, France, Canada, etc. for a better life? Remain in your country and enjoy the consequences of being docile. The message is so clear. Let it sink into the skulls of all those who desire a new Ghana, a new Africa. General, what do you make of this?
I want you to publish this thing, and I want to find money to pay for it in one of some of our popular newspapers. Now, I want to really publish this article in our popular, the Graded Garfield, the Ghanaian Times, do that, and I'll go and borrow money to pay for that. Do that for me. Trump, the trouble with Trump is that he speaks the truth too much. What kind of current? If I were to give him marks, I'll give him almost 99.9% of the marks for what he has said. It's the entire truth. It's the entire truth. There's someone like me. What the problem I have with Trump is that near the corner, it's a bit crude. This all for African leaders. All who go to America, they didn't go to America. It's true. They get pregnant, go to America, get for children there, they become Americans. Ghana can become as good as there's nothing America has good Ghana hasn't got. I'm a warrior, every warrior. Your gas, how much more gas? There's nothing that they have that we don't have to become what America has become. So I agree with him 100%. He has told the truth. But it's the leaders who are the problem. He has said it, our corrupt leaders. It's been a problem since independence. And right now, we haven't been able to deal with that problem. So I'm not campaigning for a bloody revolution. We want a democratic revolution. I don't like bloodshed. Not because I fear bloodshed. But so I will not encourage anybody to take the gun and the bullet and overthrow the system. But I will call for a democratic revolution, if I may use that term. What am I saying? We should call for a change, not blood change, but we are change. And we have the opportunity now. So if your mama, because the mama is going astray, we shouldn't wait and say that we said it, he didn't listen to us. We said if it is doing something which is not right, we should be able to get up and say it. I will get up and say, nobody promoted me. You will promote because Manu, and then I left Ghana and went out. And I went away to Britain and stayed for 10 years. I took my kid away with me. Remember, I said you were King's College. Aquinas, Uncle Papa, and I'm telling Britain, you were leading in mathematics, you were leading in physics, in all the key arts in science subjects. One goes to one part of mathematics. Or school, remember country. We are good at the white man. What we have, what we don't really have, is good people to lead us. But I don't call for bloodshed. We should not sit down and keep mute, keep dumb and mute. You know, I was with a rally. I was with it. I think Saturday, a function or rally. Because rally is 100 years old. But for me, rally would have been dead by now. Would have been dead. It died, and I got up and said, no way, and built a new school from the ashes for what rally is today. So, you see, I don't know what to say. Leaders, I don't know why God has given us some of these leaders that we have. Yet, you will see cathedral, our comedy, and nobody in the senses will say, Mr. President, no, nobody. President Mills, one day, he called me. I was the first minister he called to appoint when he became a president. And again, I want you to be with me. You spoke in front. Now, maybe I'm next. I come ask him after. When he had a long discussion, I was going to India because the school I went to in India was an anniversary. And they invited me to go for an anniversary. And I got on a ticket. So he called me again, a ticket. Then I laughed. I argued with him for a long time. He was my president. Showed me great respect. And he showed me similar respect because I was his elder. Okay, I didn't go. General, what's amazing, Papa? Now, can I get you in? I said, no, it's more. You see, we can't go and blame this thing you quoted to me. I want a copy. At least I want a copy. It's exactly defining the problem that we have. And no one can solve it. As Mama has come, like Paul, after he changed from the way to Damascus. In the Bible, I read this out of Apostle. Waba, he didn't see. If they are going astray, like this article you were saying, don't let them. They will go astray. They are human, and to err is human. May you go no man inside. Drop Baba. The Americans are buying into what he's doing, and I will buy into it, even though it's a bit crude. But that is what he want to play the game. It's may you go no man and say we have a chance now to redeem Ghana. Otherwise, when Ghana goes, by then, I don't know what you know. I'm not queen. I'm burying him next week. I'm burying all my colleagues. One day I to be my king.
See, General, my young show, the kind of victory, John Dramani Mahama, what me Enya. Over 180 members of parliament.
Yes.
Na almost 2 million more votes than the predecessor. Na Ghana for Dudua Ejina Nechino. What do you expect John Mahama to use a huge endorsement? No, dear na person fanye.
First of all, you were quoting the French Revolution. What you didn't quote, I don't know whether you did, but I didn't hear you. Was the Bolshevik Revolution. The Bolshevik were Lenin led the Bolsheviks to control the Tsar regime. What you read to me is not short of a revolution. Because what happened had never happened before. But the people felt that there's need for change. So there's need for change. And give the mandate to Mahama to change the country. He must lead the nation with all honesty. And I know he's sincere. He's not, what is going, I called him one day and I said, Mr. President, I haven't spoken to you, not for any reason. The only reason that the load you are carrying is too heavy. You are tired. I don't want to come and ask your tiredness. But I am there to help if you need me. That's what you should do. And I think the most important thing we need, they will go astray. When they're going astray, we should hold them. We shouldn't be afraid. I can't say the for the way. No, that's the attitude. I don't buy that.
At least, my main kind, the sort of mandate that John Mahama Enyano, and put it in perspective. Now, what media can was him? Sir Mahama got just over 57% of the Ghanaian popular vote.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He had 14 out of 16 regions. We need 14 regions.
Yes.
68% of the military vote John Mahama.
Yes.
80% of the police vote, John Mahama.
Yes.
Almost 2/3 majority of the parliament, John Mahama.
Yes.
A president who is a one-term president and has no re-election concerns.
Yes.
A person who has presidential experience and so can hit the ground running from day one. So it took 32 years,
Yes.
8 regular election cycles, and 2 runoff elections for us to get to where we are now.
Yes.
We may never likely be here again.
Yes.
So this is a mandate for constitutional reform, as they put it. This is a mandate for probity and accountability.
Yes.
And if ever one sees one, a mandate to build a legacy no one has ever been able to build apart from Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
And if the trust of the Ghanaian voter is wasted, I'm afraid we can never ever get here again.
Yes.
So we should be prepared to give the new president a mandate from the streets bigger than Jerry Rawlings got in 79.
Yes.
All the Ghanaian has to give, we have given. There can be no excuses this time. Wallahi. Only the NDC can sabotage the NDC at this rate. So this is the magnitude of John Dramani Mahama, a mandate at Ghana for the Amano. So we are still listening to you. Tell us, Onfanya Deng.
What happened again is what I will call I think people are tired, and God saw and felt our tiredness. Because what happened, I think there's a conductor who conducted the entire nation to go this way. It gives a message to him, to all of us, that Ghana has to change. And the mandate to change has been given to Mahama. And we shouldn't sit down and say, okay, also bet my no, that's attitude I don't buy. You should get our support. I won't be a cause support. Whatever you can do to advance the cause of Ghana, do it. Do it. And everybody. Otherwise, if you miss this chance, you might not have it again. You get it once in your life. You miss at the end of it. But, and more importantly, what I'm saying here is that I know that I've been with government. So the farming from me, because he was a great man, but was also human. When I was given the order to go arrest Mr. Tibu, Commissioner of Police, in 1964, after the attack on Nkrumah's life. I was a young officer, and then I came here, and I would have resigned. I was too young to think of resignation. Today, if I was serious, I would resign and go away. Let's have the courage of our conviction and make sure that those our leaders, they behave as well as perfect as we can. There's so much no more go the wrong way. We should have the courage to talk. I mean, I'm trying to get a chief of staff. I'm trying to get the minister, the secretary, not the national security advice. Because for the past 2 days, I've been rested. But I think that I believe, even though I don't have the physical energy to do it, I have the brain and experience to get younger people to tell them how to put Ghana straight. You should be concerned about Ghana, the way Ghana. I think that we are in the right mood for change. Now, especially the young people, we want to know young bubble. I've been to many of these schools. I've been to about 6-7 dormitories. When I say it, you won't believe me. But I don't stand. If you see me holding a pickaxe, holding a wheelbarrow, pushing a motor of cement, a block of air, you won't believe it. But that is what you should do and build a nation. Like the article you read. No one is going to build Ghana for us, but ourselves. Remember, and they have nowhere or nobody to blame.
You right. Yeah, there was a general Numensa. Now, can say you were 4 categories of generals. You shall see with Momo time. And I say, Brigadier General. You see, and TB Kurada, not a wapa, Nelson Pa, and I had Major General. And I feel the Miami Papa. A JB Dankwa, Obakono, a Lieutenant General JB Dankwa, and Lieutenant General Nechino, Yenya 4-star General. Now, I say, what accounts for Ghana Yenya 4-star General? Now, be predict to say, how soon are we likely to get a 5-star General?
After get any video, and he wants to want a video. No, I found Fred Marshall, an honorary degree, The point is that you don't need generation to do things. I can be a captain and still run the country properly. What I know is that in the military, we will be a 1 year there, we are papa, young from two. What have we? But yet, promotion in my bike. I have a mission. When I go to my life and see what I've been through, it's like the mama today. It's back. It's on a mission. It's on a mission. I was in school 1958, thereabout, and we went to Kwame Nkrumah to complain about the school. I was one of them, 3 boys. I the only one is alive today. I come back to me. And we went to complain about the school and the problems we have. And Nkrumah reacted and brought a lady to the school, a white lady, Mrs. Gibson. Miss Kufi, I was thinking how to continue with my education. I live manna falling from heaven. One morning, I reached this woman's house. I slept there because I was a boarder. But no, so I had to sit in the living room and clean up the place. One morning, the woman called me and said, asked me a question. I don't know where the question out and why it came into her head. I told her, who pays your school fees? Just like that. I didn't open my mouth. And I said, my mother paid my school fees. Is that your mother? What does she do? Let me see, Auto idea with you, Auto banking, Auto body. Then she asked me, so that's what she does, and she pays for school fees. Yeah, she didn't believe me. And she was right not believing me. Then I said, where is your mother? This was she said, Monday morning, bring her to house at 8 o'clock. I told my mother, hey, don't be late. Pardon. The old days, not the old good old days. 8 o'clock, you see, came to Accra and went to get education class. That was Kokomeme, Lagos town, then now Kokomeme, and was there and got me a scholarship. How do you achieve this thing? I mean, to whom? Because if God has ordained me to become something, it's not the rank which matters. But God has to make sure that I got what I needed to get to where He wanted me to be. And so I get, and you wouldn't believe, ADAKABRI, I didn't go to Altimore and find many of these local schools. I knew nothing. But in the army, the white people, Captain Wish, Captain Mr. Major Watts, I can remember their names. Their brain is as good as new. Got me to go to Stanhead. I never dreamt I would even come to Accra, let alone Stanhead. And there, Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten was the commander-in-chief of Allied forces in Europe during the World War. He was an uncle to the late Queen Elizabeth II. I had a picture with him, I don't know where I put the picture. On the parade, when I was graduating, he asked me, where do you come from? I said, Ghana. Then Gold Coast. I had your troops working under me in Burma. That is the background of me. But you see, you learn to behave correctly. So I fought with General Rawlings, and let the country went out.
Finally, we lost that General Nunu Mensah. In the studios, Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress, Richard Suma of the Movement for Change, and so Ewaha say, before then, another interview by Kosovo I feel no, about the number 6. And no matter to me Baba no one dear no. Come so to me. Hey, I say, hey, now Becca. Ya John to mammy and Saint Duku, Portomanto. This way chocolate drink. Nakan or shit. Amphibian super renew our renia. This way chocolate drink. Nakan, yeah. Oh, I say, wouldn't come on to more. Maybe one wants to share crowd your home. Who had your weapon home? Okasa Batatia at a form one. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a pair, Baba Wari.
I saw.
Yes, I said this way chocolate drink. Yes, no pan on yenum. Ye bishop free genome no snack. Ye nya ho ho anu ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pebibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ni yenum. And this way no ti anu a. He se kire wom, koko wom, brick wom, bibia wom. Ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to ma miensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho.
This way chocolate drink.
Crash up a pair, Baba Wari.
Aso.
Ye fear said this way chocolate drink, ya sorry, no pan on the enum. Ye bishop free genome and snack. Ye nya ho one on the serve womo. Ye did really a pebibia bogu yad yasua. This way chocolate drink in the enum. And at this one, what's yanua? Has such a wom, cocoa wom, pricky wom, bibia wom. I don't hear any so
This way chocolate drink.
You hear any so
FDA ahwehwɛ sɛ adwade nkratoe mu agye atom sɛ ɛyɛ.
Neat 100.9 FM Sunny. And yene yempenifo na tenase Richard Suma of the Movement for Change, Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress. Joshua yamu atenase.
ADAKABRI mejodo.
Richard also so yamu atenase.
Yo, Mr. Mejodo brapeni.
Yo, antipone ishim. Fante. Right. Ini be bia hyase. Ebusa say John Dramani Mahama president oya campaign and what the neighbor Sharaf edinachi sen kanya nwanwa sa platform so on Sharaf anya nwanwa sa owini yesuso obemu a few times on Sharaf afedi okodu Kenya on Sharaf one more kase wo tete ne ba no ama ne ba na be lead NDC no. And as a woman say, woman Tiasia say, or quite an abadi chileno. Bibi or why bit miaka, Joshua.
ADAKABRI modern can mechia Ghana Funina will team. NDC for our one appointment on bay. Why a desperate in our one command to him. Everything is in the pipeline. Now, in Sensemi all kodui, Sebi. Ebetima kade among yourself no. There are so many facets to the truth. Ebetima kade awode no ye nokwar. Obi nso be kade ma o kan ono no ye nokwar. But yenshe the party as a whole. John Mahama wa be president da. Na ehwe ne tenor as president na. Onya nkrofo bi wona abanimu a wodi ni hwambo. Na John Mahama nso ye first president a wafa dem zamani nyina mu a waye no ayakaya kade dem ehwe Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ne nyamfo yi ne me Jerry John Rawlings we yi ne me ya ama 1996 obo ne vice president na so oya aka adakabere kai the late aka into no say ye penyina no kire de around what terrain no you must be careful about the people you deal with. 2008 former president Kufuor obeye president I'm the only fredo no and about 2000 only fredo 2008 na nia no ye minister of defense because ohun there ne bambo na ne critical areas bi no odo nyobi a oye ne blood sabe eti into there abrofe na pay mahwe nti Mahama yobi a wesua de pi no de no second coming of John Mahama although nyobi a obetumi a confide in him yet tete there ne first time nimpo no omo me binom contract oye nzama pi me binom but ebinom enyi na ye sabe wo se ebetumi am obi nsu ka pokol obeyi waye na be mo bi epu nyina bobebu animtia nti yetimi that this second coming no Mahama on pedo be a mistake nti no wafa ne ba benyin oye Sharaf onye Sharaf na nkoten wole kwa akosida yi Mahama o invite Atamels ne ba oye Sam Kofi Atamels I think no oye Sunday no obeye akosida no I got a call on Saturday from Sam Kofi Atamels there Mahama I invite ne there on kane convoy no won kokumase ewa nti no onya dia Mahama wa sheda de olu groom ne ba no we be take over NDC party no wo ho no wa koye there epo oda ho obi atimi fa ne hima kopo ekopo na ekoche number yebo wa bado nti se Sharaf we be groom no we lead the NDC na NDC through the philosophies and the policies Ghana fane tampe fra one ne yehia no nye de ebekwa akofa ebinom aba na wa be family and friends na wa bo omanase today amambu a okono. Let me tell you, as at 1957 Ghana was more developed than China, Malaysia and most of the Asian countries. Certainly, but be sound there right after Kwame Nkrumah's rule. Abadi no see there was mismanagement.
So kakra bi mame na yene Dr. Kwame Asante of the University of Ghana eni nkomo kakra. Dr. Kwame Asante mo ha.
Yeah.
Doc na ohumpo te say wie.
Oh me wuye nyame ne hene.
Waye. John Dramani Mahama, the government is shaping up. The minister for Gusu awoyi omo ya veti bi so amabi at Snasia omo ebu man washase thank you to was started at the Volta region. Volta the Agbogbo mafia of the Asogli state. Or said was Yasha ne de na nipa so wayi ne na Volta region no. Omo de na sepa not previous one ye ne ba ye with the previous government o manim guase kese ye beto wo mo wankran e ma nananum tututie mu ba ye ye be ye den ye bebe jojo wo mo wankran ha sei enti eye na fe ye hunu se woni ne bai campaign so ena no ne ba nenam enti anya na ajokoja ne papa baba bem ape ya sa hunu se woni ne bai akwakoduru eye Kenya nipa ne bia hyase enwinwi na wo be hwe se Senator Rawlings dini papa adie ma eno ye MP Kofi Atamels eso nenemu na Sharaf Mahama eso nenemu a what do you make of it?
Hello
Doc Otianka
yo metemuga
na the two anime what do you make of President Mahama one ne baba ma Sharaf kwa one no eba
Mira, I say, me who sad in here. Namum, on the papa nama, So don't see a gun with him in the papa until Abia and JB or Quaco energy more baby. Minimum this another day and shut down to imagine be as
Say Ubitin champ can say one in fact criticism from elsewhere, but it's not necessarily pointing as a Hannah criticism, no, if free edeba. But the point is say nobody na chino or grooming banner for something in the offing Ghana.
And the say I bay you doing why you just say yes, and then who say the sign of course, which is a ground. Never say about it. No more you and the intimate people.
Now, is it out of place? The beer or anybody didn't to expose him. Now, what to me, Enya Obakan say exposure, na that be anya political advantage be a manana.
Oh, this is a party be our next structures and money, and see one out here come now, but per se. Also, Ebema, Minion is a party BH, Nemum, say Nunti, Winnie Kumasu or no bad. Another day, I am come up for.
And they go over. Then I said, Dinka Tiaba, MP, Anna, Yaman Pussy, Sharaf so, Anna, one also obey, Zanata Rollins and so, and Wabe MP. Aquacoba say continuity, could we say, Yamma. Enjoy your party no na ideals no entina mu da nyina than to expect to say ye be call ama outlanders outliers aba be take over the party in future bi ana
Near to say abofra de onyin du baby a oya abofra se wo baden na mum wani why opening do no be kire baby open enu nti mpembre no obi antumi nche wo say kwa ha na pa ha abofra na pechire baby obako Ghana history a awofu bi wo mmebi a ene kura party a wo no enye no na wo enti sanetene
now into the government is shaping up. What are your thoughts?
Oh, me did this and among na no we fi atitu no ne kwangane yenga hu ministers or the one ba parliament eji won atum ofa na edikan no oya wi won a ye won aso afo ne as ministers no ni aye hwehwe won say wo be power ndama gudu won achi akire wia na won aye adwuma nkwa na ba na ehwehwe enu nti wotumi ye adwuma na ne kwangane na mum ni ebe ka akire ba ni say kan tete aso ye na Ghana for share one. Omayan se obi. MPP abang no. Na na kupu aba ado abang one sakra ase afunu ministers no one sesa won. Eyi wo hu se wo no ma on sesa won. Yo on sesa won. Na emwa. Esa na se bi akwidi imprama ebu. Nti bibia no be hu se ba bi atia no. Na wa chen. Fe omo ngani na ho. Na ye kasa wontie utie na ne kan asempa onfanye adwuma enya asempa won tumu na fe yi dwai ne ahobrase so yare no ebi wo mu a enne unti ase ebi ni mu a wo man kwankora memma
afutu a president of the republic edema na soafo no abra also e wo mu in say ahobaso ene say omo ebe babe paye ho na yemfa buo emma citizens no say futu e see the mada o na de na ya na emma aye minister for no ebuo mani gusu yi
oh won say miwura ni onipa keso obeyen ene ano be nti utumi nya bia wo so wetu no fo na metie na me be adwuma obu a obetu no fo na ode na so sebe aye ne men ontehwe ni wo no so wo na mum ye nipa ide wo se onipa bi esanam ye wo niema ma ye to si enunti na president no wo Ghana wo enunti wo chia ate se yetumi tia won se wo yiri yenso ya ye bo na baso ate se president no appoint won no so ohun so wɔnam ɔkwampa so a otu wɔn fo akwa bi nwanti a wasakra na ɔde foforɔ abra akwaniaba no ni anyo ebi kɔ ne ebi ba na wɔbɛyɛ ne yie ɛne ane
nti high hopes ya yanya ɛwɔ no mu no dia na ebetimi ayɛ to ensure sɛ obetimi carry high hopes you along
dia ɛsɛ Ghana fo de to wɔn ho so na wɔyɛ ne daa na sɛ yeyi adonna fie ngabrabom adonna akamfo kese adonna te sɛ adakabre me dɔne sɛ nti ɔyɛ ade bɔne a menka na sɛ adonna wɔmfa adonna nyɔma woyɛ ɔmanga ne te sɛ woka ne te sɛ woyɛ no woyɛ wofa mmara kwan so asɛm tietia nti wo die nya dɔna na afei aban no nkoyi a ana bibi nkoyi a ɛte sɛ Ghana fo tumi nya akokuduru no wɔka wɔn ne titiriw ɛyɛ Ghana fo afei wotiriw mu bi NDC party fo wotumi ka kyerɛ wɔn wɔn sɛ nei nkɔmmɔ bi afi ase ba wo hɔ a wobɛhu MPP ni bi na waba abɔnten bɛkyerɛ nea ɛyɛ a wodi nkuku yɛn atetete wɔn ano na bi sɛ mo sɛ saa mpanimfo yi no wɔwɔ mɛn mu ha na nneɛma nkoyi wontumi nkasa nkyerɛ yɛn wɔ mampanin ana na ne a wɔsi bɔ mu no wɔka ana wɔn ma sɛ ɔyare ne bi nyɛ wɔn da obiara a wɔwɔ Ghana ade nkoyi a menkese famara hyɛ nsɛm na yɛ nea wɔpɛ bɛsɛbɛsɛbɛ bɛyɛ wo mpanimfo daabi kyerɛ w'adwene da bia na meka sɛ nea ɔyaw a sɛbe ɔka nsɛmhunu no na kyerɛ sɛ ɔnni asɛm wowɔ asɛm a ɛna democracy ɛwɔ hɔ ma wo na wɔ asɛm wokyerɛ w'asɛm a yɛbɛtie asɛmpa a yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma na mmom mobɛyaw deɛ na wonni asɛm nti obi wɔ Ghana ha ade nkɔyi a nya akokoduru obroni bɛka sɛ master courage na kasa na kyerɛ w'adwene na dandan NDC fo mfa tu wɔn ho fo sɛ bibi nkɔyi wɔ party no mu a wɔn a wɔn party no wɔn nso gyina nkasa nti a na ɛnyɛ sɛ afei de wɔbɛyɛ niha na nsɛm ato wɔn na afei de wɔfi abɛn mu na afei oyi na ɔyɛ sɛ oyi na ɔyɛ sɛ ata amena wɔbɛka na hena no bɛti wɔn sɛ sɛ MPP gu afi asɛka na wɔn kasa hena no bɛti ama wɔn.
Dr. Kwame Asasante ɛnɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛte the huge mandate yɛde ama John Dramani Mahama na akɔba sɛ ɔselect ɛyɛ minister for ne chief executive foi grassroots fo bi we yɛmpɛ no we ade no yi no we ade no ye say how do we handle situations of say me ye NDC ni na me no me boy ɛna abanaba ɛno ntimi kyɛfɛ wɔ mu ni say president ni yi obi as chief executive Mr. Mempeno, or you be as minister, Mr. Mempeno, near Basa. How do we handle it?
Oh, me get it, sir. As I don't know, party for the education, I don't know so. And I will be do something. No more yet a mappa. Minister Pauno, 77, and you're good as some. Yes, a new degree. Yes, a competence. Then you'll be to my Duma, now am I results. Near to see a being, yes, regional banner, region the ocean. Yɛhwɛ gender afei ne titiri kura yɛhwɛ onipa no wɔda no ba ne adwuma no kɔyɛ no yɛtoto yɛn ani a nyina no wɔ sɛ anim yi wobɛtumi ayɛ saa adwuma wobɛhwɛ no sɛ onipa akɔnkoro ne NDC ɔwɔ MPP anaasɛ wɔ TPP mfonso bi ani ho sɛ wobɛfa sɛ onipa akɔn na wode no ayɛ minister na wode no ayɛ ɔman ɛfisɛ nea Ghanafoɔ hwehwɛ ɛne sɛ woayɛ ɔman no ayɛ yie o ɛte sɛ abɔfra ne maame akɔware bio ɛnyɛ ne papa kono na ɔdwene ho nea ohia ne sɛ ne maame ekunu yɛ ne papa ka asɛm tietia ɛyɛ ne stepfather o ɛyɛ ne double step ɛho hia nea yɛhia sɛ Ghanafo yɛn nsa kɔ yɛn ano Ghanafo mmabu nganya adwuma yɛ yɛn ho tɔ yɛn wɔ mɛmu a ɛfisɛ deɛ nka ɛho sɛ nipa na ɔbɛto nsa afrɛ wo ne nyinaa no ɔno Ghanafo na ɔno wɔyɛ adwuma no ɛno nti ɛte sɛ NDC fo achitaafo no mabum no wodwem saa de no ho yɛwo obiaa wotumi de ne yɛ yɛnkyehwɛ nea yɛhia no sɛ ɔbɛma yɛn results wode yɛnhwɛ asɛm no sa wokɔni so sɛ wafa obi ɔyɛ ndidi na sɛbe ɔntumi nyɛ adwuma na wobɛkɔ akɔkɔ obi ɔyɛ NPP anaasɛ PNC ɔno de results abrɛ wo nyɛ wɔn na wopɛ yɛbi wɔn ka yɛn ho sɛ ɛnyɛ wɔn kwan nso na wɔto aba ma NDC Ghana fo bi nso to aba ma wɔn a wɔnni party bi am na wɔn hyɛ nti ɛnyɛ sɛ aban aba wɔn na wɔn aba wɔn aban na aba ɛyɛ Ghana fo nyinaa aba
Ghana fo nyinaa aba abɛyɛnhwɛ youth hopelessness mmeranteɛ ne mmabunu mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa yi sɛ yɛbɛnya adwuma bi ayɛ yɛnya hwee na yɛayɛ general nunu mensa kora deɛ wɔ se yɛmpɛ ɛyɛ military figure bi no lead wɔn operation feed yourself Ghana National Reconstruction bi na yɛma mmeranteɛ no yɛ align wɔn imposition wɔn na wɔn nyɛ adwuma and then also ebi soso ahyɛ aseɛ soso Malik Basintele ɔno na ɔkɔ youth employment agency as chief executive wɔbɛsena kɔ yi na social media so youth no nhyia no na wɔnkɔ adwuma mu ampa wɔn nso kɔhyia do over 500 nipa twoo abere bi na awura mu yi ebi ntimi nwura mu wɔn ntimi nwura mu yi atenie ne abufuo ne nwanwan is a youth employment for gas abre papa afe oteki over wie ya edi adwuma pa na wɔwɔ a emabunu no de ma wɔmayɛ edi na susu sɛ emabunu no yɛmpɛ mo wɔnyɛ
o me gye sɛ nyuma de anya na wɔ menwa yɛmpɛ ni mfon na ayɛ ampɛ de bi ne wɔn abu ngani agu so hwɛ mu ADAKABRI yɛnhwɛ ade abana etwa mu we introduce program bi a ɛyɛ papa ɛne dem wɔn ma ho kwan sɛ obetuma ayɛ fish pond ɛwɔ ofi na wayɛ nam a bagina so ɛma fingerle ɔmo feed na ɔbɔ saa kan na nipa yɛ sɛ adwuma yi ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ wotire wo mu a mabum bebree betuma ayɛ a wobɛnya adwuma ayɛ na yɛ abɔfra no na ne kurom ɛkɔpɔm state fishing corporation for van seba na wɔn abɛtɔn nam wɔ hɔ na yɛn ato bi yɛn asoma yɛn akoto bi aba mabum a wɔn nam wɔ kwan so bisa denta nipa bɛyɛ aduonu mo nkɔ na mo nkɔtɔ fish mo mfa mmra cold store ha yɛde value recount yɛde yɛre kwa ama no ne yɛtɔn yi wobɛhu sɛ obi awɔ biribi yɛ ayɛ mpɛn bebree no bɔ yɛka kasa bi sɛ ɛnna ekura de mabum wɔn pɛ adwuma dɛbi saa kasa no society bi mu no wobɛnya nipa baako abien bi a wɔn pɛ adwuma bɛmmabu no wɔ kan wɔpɛ adwuma ayɛ wɔnya adwuma ɛno nti wode adwuma bi akyerɛ wɔn anim a wɔbɛyɛ nea ayi ɔpanin no sogyani nunu mɛnsa kan no sɛ wakɔ akɔyɛ farms wode wɔn akɔgyina hɔ sɛ yɛyɛ mfu wɔ ha wowie a ɔde ɛwɔ mu ni sɛ na sɛ a wɔyɛ farms a kuadwuma wode wɔn kɔyɛ kuadwuma nyɛ necessary sɛ sogyani gyina n'ano daabi na mmom wahyehyɛ ma wɔto wɔn ho ase yɛnsaase bi yɛn agye yɛde youth no yɛ farms wɔdua sɛ wɔde kɔ export wɔyɛ sɛ a nea wohia no sɛ sika bi gu wɔn kotokum na mmerantewa wɔde bɔ wɔn bra asɛm no ni nnwoma bebree wɔ hɔ te sɛ wohwɛ galamsey ɛkɔ so a na meka ho asɛm kyerɛ mpp fo da meka ho radio so mesi galamsey ɛkɔ me Kwame Asante no wɔma me tumi sɛ mensa sɛ ɔyare na mma youth no wɔ hɔ no bia license brana betu na momutu no wobɛyɛ ne kwan so na yɛnyɛ gye tax wɔ hɔ ɛfiri sɛ asa the last quarter no galamsey nkoa the last year no last quarter no galamsey maa yɛn ayi wɔ friend den no de galamsey small scale mining maa yɛn $2.2 million there ɛne yɛn dɛ ne yɛkɔ IMF ne yɛhia no sɛ yɛtiri mu kɔ 6 months ne yɛn anya more than that ne yɛn ho atɔ ɛno nti yɛn mpanimfoɔ sɛ obroni bɛgye so when they think outside the box a obɛtumi ahwehwɛ nnwuma ama mmabun ayɛ nnwuma wɔ ha a abu ne hia no sɛ mpanimfo de wɔn adwene bɛtɔ fam na wobɛtwam ho na wɔde agu mmɔnten so na mmabun anya bi ayɛ school garden system wɔyɛ introduce a wobɛnya nnipa sukuufoɔ a ɛbɛyɛ wobɛnya nnipa nso a sukuufo koraa ama kwan wɔkɔ a kuromufoɔ a wɔn nso bɛbɛyɛ baadee na de ne ho nneɛma ADAKABRI yɛyɛ yɛkɔ university bi a yɛma kwan a yɛkɔ akura akɔyɛ baadee yɛn anya bibi ato yɛn kum meya ato yɛn kotokum meya abɔfra na industrial area wɔn ma kwan a nkɔfo vacation employment wɔbɛyɛ adwuma wɔ fan milk no mu no ho nneɛma ɛno nti yɛkɛsi yɛbɛbue nnwuma a yɛbɛtumi abue na dɛn ne yɛyɛ yi
firi sɛ naano yi koraa no yɛpɛ obi koraa ma no atwa blocks ɛsɛ wotwa block sɛ twa baako bi a 150 pesos asɛ 2 cedis anaa wotwa baage baako koraa a 30 cedis asɛ 40 cedis ɛso so unya nipa ɛne yɛtwa afei na mega sɛ koraa no yɛato nkra ama nipa firi Togo nipa nsia if Togo ebetwa blocks wɔ Ghana ha ebetwa blocks wɔ Ghana ha. Are you saying say enti enye nipa etwa blocks wɔ Ghana ha ma just yakofa nipa nsia free Togo ba say mumetwa blocks emergency sika na sanfa nko Togo yamrante na so mu pa adwuma ye no mo wai
orientation what you say na nga kyerɛkyerɛ wɔn nneɛma mu na ya kyerɛ wɔn sɛ ɔkwan ni adwuma bi obi ani wa wabɔbra wa yɛ yi a nam ko owura adwuma mu wa yɛ yi wofi ase nkakra wobedu biribi na efe ahota aba ije di sɛ wɔn so wɔbɛti ase yɛ wo bebiri a wɔhwehwɛ adwuma bia koraa yɛ kɛkɛ ama ne nsa akɔ na wonya bi ɛno nti moma yɛ mu create some opportunity ne yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛnya youth a wɔbɛsɔre agyina so yɛwɔ owu mu nkwa mu yɛbɛyɛ adwuma
enti ne nyinaa emu no MPP for almost oma boycott all platforms of the media general, including TV3, Unia FM, 3FM, Unia TV, any other. Oh, ye buso. Ya boycott platform, ya boycott platform, no. And for so be also. I'm a political parties, no.
Party be a take decision. I want you to be on. No, take decision. I don't just say, men on agreement. About what's happening. Na mum say me a me mo ekotu bi a na mum ne anya me den ba kire madwene wo yo na yenga for mai ye hu say NDC fo bi atwam won so wo ekotu peace FM me nyi say adam ebo ya wo pa ewo mu say stations no etore bi a obetuma ye niam bi a wo hwe wo party ene mo niam ma tinti magu ona ene mo mra bo abira na mum no won kasa bi di se be ya yiri ba di sinto na sinto ne ba anua ne yedeka na wo di aka na sa wo ba koto ya well wona hodin ene wo ne haw you nti me giri se wona son so yi na sa no wo pede ya me ni se me se me onya za fotin wona wo ni munya wo re na mum da bia ne aka na se you take this decision wo re hwe ni fan wo hwe ben kun so aka
we are no have been come back home. Na ya na ya accuse media platforms of bias. No. Yentimi nya ho hwe than to boycott.
Na me kana me say ofro say obi re ni me bia wani nyehu or the media house na ya kasa na muka na mukoso eye mo adwuma sa na mo ye. Bedu ba bi no bo hu say eniama adam eniama nanga we afọ kwan foforo so ye wo akwankuru bebiri a wo de kanse na wo de ye niam nti me gedi se MVP no woni mo de mpanimfu wo mo adwuma to wo adwuma atu wo betuma asom za niam ni nyina so na wo hu ne wo pese wo ye na mum se gina ya na wo pese wo fi a me de me ni hu asam na mum won kai hu se gina bi a wo besi ye wo ne hawo na ye wo na mo de no de me gedi se nyira wo mbe
Dr. Sasante udika wanu hwam asedanko a
that's media yo
Dr. Sasante of the University of Science University of Ghana and yateneni back to the studios. Richard Suma of the Movement for Change, Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress. Richard, dear bit me abama and Ghanaian youth ye peduma dia moma ye but do people say sanu juma no do saying in him ene o pe carpenter o bre o pe steel bender o bre o pe brecha o bre say blocks cry say pe sietwa ya to cement egu onom ato ho efensan water container say printer say polytank or say syntax for ya to ni nyina say over 2 months where you say avia price I say a price then eventually yes you making contact nipa bi wotogo wo mo ne beba abeje kesi kasi de matogo for e de aba abetwa blocks e wo Ghana ha e wo nkna ha ti yenya mrante e wo Ghana ha say ya wa wo mode e wo bibia no on betumi abetwa blocks agi se sika no say 1 CD per blog, say 1 CD 50 pesos, so say 2 CDs per blog. Yenya bisa. I just say Togo for na be say you my way.
Senior man ADAKABRI Michia one What here for in your area way. And my name say what be something about the fact that Ghanaian youth know. And share some type of works. Not that they don't like work, but there are some category of works that Ghanaian youth don't just want to get involved. And now we share our deficit in the area of mason, carpenters, plumbers, steel benders, artisans. The deficit no just too big. We call any construction site today in Ghana, I can bet my last penny say 70 to 80% of the artisans you see there are from Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. Because ahano akoye say omu person musu ejuma for those who are not academically good. And now omu free poor background. And now even society lose down upon some category of workers because Ghana is a country we like flashy lifestyle. We like to see flashy people and think they are the best in society. Some of them, where they even get their money from, we don't know. Anything that most of the youth, they want to go into things within a twinkle of an eye, obetumi andane sikani. Anything said most of them are going into soccer betting. Most of them have become gamblers. Most of them are doing so many things. Even Sakawa is something that most of them are into. Some parents are even encouraging their children to go into some of these things because on no feel say abusianu until all of a sudden ubetumi the breakthrough behind then about for family So now it is about orientation. How are you able to encouraging Crofonu from the junior high system say we want to encourage many of our youth to go into the vocational space and to work on carpentry, masonry, steel bending. Say no. Government has a special package for you, or even give you some stipend. No ababeye a motivation factor for unkolano. Then they can want to do what? Go into this space. Now, Bebresunu omo consumer jumanu we are. I know a carpenter who has been home for like about 3 months or so near Jumabi there. Obeye. And then he goes to construction companies and there's no job there because most of them are already brought in Togolese and Ivorians. So the simple truth is that until there's a deliberate policy or there's a deliberate attempt by Omaina Nkasa, say encouraging most of us youth to go into the artisanal space now. The AC and the AC. And now two, we also have a culture of always trying to outsmart each other. And to be say obi wo idea on him so toma of 5 cedis or be charge you 10 cedis and or be charge you 15 cedis. And then because the cost of living in this country is too much. If you get 10 cedis today, 10 cedis cannot even take you for breakfast in Ghana. And to know Obia Eye Baby or Ghana, they are always thinking about how can I get some extra money on it. And this our block we are also Obi Embra no betra block no more no. Ono why any calculation? Any calculation say I'm betra block no more I'm getting how much per day? Let's say 30 cedis or 50 cedis a day.
30 cedis per bag of
cement. Until no oba on so betimi aye let's say about just 5 bags in a day. And if 5 bags in a day will give him 150 Ghana cedis.
We come so yes 6 no betimi 50 bags a day.
6. So if they are 6 and they are doing 50 bags a day, then that means 50 bags a day, 1,500 Ghana cedis
a day.
So even if they are 6, now who divided 1,500 divided by 6 people, krona, will be about 250 cedis a day, which is a good amount of money. But the issue is that orientation problem and that this new government that we have, they should find a deliberate way to encourage many of the youth to take up all this artisanal training. Though Ukotra blocker, you don't need any skills and send over to me at the actual block. Those are for laborers. But like I said, because the orientation is that we want quick money. And you know, and I'll be bringing so mumpe ejumadin because obi wo no ya mason uko construction site no hwe ejuma o mu ye no. Sometimes Ubemu said this is hard work. So it is only a few number of them who are interested in doing hard work. They say hard work don't break bones. But I know most of the youth, they don't want to do hard work. Anything that be brain no mu edi omuni to soccer betting. Any sakawa any
yamano. Building technologies that hard work.
Like I said, you see, Ejumano is in different phases. Ebi obi or your architect, a building architect. Onu wa draw plan wa ye bibia. Obi a building engineer, they supervise, they direct, they do this. But somebody must do the hardcore aspect of the construction work. No, and the hardcore of their work, no, and no, the difficult aspect, no. That is where most of them are not interested in doing it because they want easier ways of making money. Titinu, Uben say a lot of people learned carpentry, masonry because that is what the society was about that time. They want to know who Sanujuma Ben who were then now. But a name nobody cares about that. All they want to know is that what car do you drive, what house do you sleep in, what number of beautiful girls do you have, and the parties you go, the number of shisha you can smoke a day. These are the things that society is now paying attention to. Anything I say, we have so much deficiency in terms of our way of doing what? Galvanizing our base. And the youth employment agency, where I said the annual basintali that too. Somebody must be able to galvanize all the youth. Somebody must put them together. In Abrocheno, they have what we call boot camps. Unkolanu Bebrina, Obi Free.
But at least across a movement for change for great transformation plan. Yeah. Youth development.
Yes.
A major plank
yes.
of what the great transformation plan is talking about.
A solid plan. I say the rest of the parties went into the election with manifesto. Allah was the only guy who was going it with a plan, a working document. I had so much vision for Mamuonu. But as I'm saying...
But again, stop whoever has become president, if indeed, Bibi Papa be a great transformation plan more, especially with youth development. I don't know what
okay, so you see, I know, Papa Alan, Wakoshia JM, we're handing over a copy of the transformational plan to him. The issue is that would JM want to work with some aspect of the plan? That is left to him. But we would have wished, and if for nothing at all, he should give Alan a consultancy role. Alan bet me then I contributed to the success of the government because they say the older the wine, the better it is. Alan and the work he did in the area of trade, investment, since Kufuor time, through Nana Akufo-Addo time, the man has been taking a lot of initiative and government decision, but as his own initiative. You know, they said they are here assembled Toyota or Ghana, here assembled Kia, Nissan. All these vehicles that have been assembled in Ghana, no, they are not government policy. They are initiatives by Alan Chemante at the Ministry of Trade and what? And Industry. And to the Abekani say, the youth who are vulnerable, who don't have anything to do, no, they must have boot camps. What you say? Boot camps, no, you can camp about 1,000 youth. You can camp about 2,000 youth, feed them, use them for farming work, use them for training. So while they are in the camp, some are learning masonry, some are learning carpentry, some are learning steel bending, some are learning electric house wiring. So by the time they leave the boot camp for about a year or two, no, they have become experienced individuals. And to strengthen our best say, they should find some innovative ways of bringing the youth into proper use, because now the youth are not being put into any proper use. Bebrina are vulnerable, they are exposed, they are just on the street, and they are becoming an instrument of the devil. And the devil is using them for so many things. So we are only pleading with the government in power, say, they should find innovative ways of mass mobilizing the youth and putting them into some productive sectors. They said they are here, can they be say, farming, and we are leaving farming to individuals, no, and no emboa. If, for instance, they say why can't we have state farms? Why can't we have state plantations where we can mobilize the youth? You have farmhouses for them. They are giving a daily minimum wage. Say 50 cedis every blessed day. You give them food, you give them money, they will be properly put into use. But the way it looks like we don't care about the youth, secondary school. After secondary school, those who are not going to the university, is government having a tracking system to know that they said their MPP will always beat their chest there about 2 million or 3 million youth in Kolano free education. The question is that those number who went through the free education, how many of them ended up in the universities or in the polytechnic or training colleges or nursing training schools? So we will just tackle that against the number who virtually have not found themselves in any place. And Tebanusa now to meet Shaki Omua. There you can know, say, oh, we have 1 million of our youth who are idle. So if you are going to have an apprenticeship system, Mahama, I know, have what we call the apprenticeship scheme. Said there was something in their manifesto, National Apprenticeship Program. So if there is a National Apprenticeship Program, they should pay attention to it, so that the activities our National Apprenticeship Program, no, so that Bebrena enye juma ye, Bebrena omu free JSS, omu free secondary school, and the system is not absorbing them, no. This National Apprenticeship Program can absorb them and put them into proper use. If they lack ideas in some of the areas, they should consult Alan Chermantain, and I believe Alan, with his expertise, can also help them one way or the other.
Especially as I go back to Kofuor period, no, John Kofuor between 2004 up to 2008, I will free so I want to develop a district industrialization project. That's our district industrialization project. No, it was near 110 districts. It was to create 3 factories in every region. So it would have been 110 by 3. That is 330 factories.
Yeah.
Now, when we lead consultant no ye no, when we pakro ye, na the NDC PV obeng.
Yeah.
In the NDC PV obeng, and I could 4 time or no ye lead consultant with the district industrialization project. Abrana NDC na MPP na na. And then would it surprise anybody say MPP ni and a movement in each a lead consultant in having to get some of the things done with the agribusiness and trade issues. Abra lawyer Jare and a wohonoma
Debbie, you see, society of Ghana is for all of us, but we are being divided on political lines. And Sabi, all the finest brains are not just in the NDC. All the finest brains are not just in MPP. All the finest brains are not just with the movement for change. Until we are able to build a society of a unity government where we tap into ideas of people that look at their political background, and that is the only stage I'm moving from situation I find yourself in now. But if you are looking forward, say, you didn't vote for me, you didn't campaign for me, so no matter how good you are not fit to work in my government. How do we move the country forward, Senior Brother ADAKABRI? So Ghana is an emerging country. Ghana's democracy since 1992 till now, how many years? Just about 30-something years, if I'm not mistaken. So if 30-something years democracy, and we are still marking time and doing the winner takes all thing, when exactly would we bring everybody on the table? So I will not be surprised, and I am even advocating that JM should consider, not because I campaign for Alan or I support Alan, that is why I am speaking for Alan. But you don't wait for people to die before you start to glorify them. And ADAKABRI, look at Osofo Kantanka. The man has been doing a lot of things. Why can't we sit on the table with him to find out how? Look at agricultural machineries. This man is able to do on Nansia Okoye, another of the exhibition just last year. He did an irrigation machine, a tanker. But why in the irrigation machine, I bet me irrigating over 5 acres within some few hours. I don't think I to me the any papa no atnancy after the way I be move your man forward. But and then manu enwu sisi anahwe the way I be ma a lot of praises, you be kasa bebre, a praise no. And then you transfer nipa no be hu ansa na ya tap into more wisdom ana. And to me stress JM in Crawford no. Omun tapping into the ideas of everybody. Now Alan Chermantain per se so no. Omun manu consultancy work be in the area of trade and investment. Now onto me fa adua nya media den e dey share ni trim no on contribute kakra to the development of the nation no.
So anyway, Obako South Africa mako consultancy work no. Dan say obetna ha say atwa consultancy work.
Yes, obi here no abroach. I say Saturday Nelson Mandela say so otun staff friend no. Okoboa Nelson Mandela. Adenti na Ghana e bia JM on to me tun sa frɛ Alan Sebra na entrance.
In South Africa for ni dikan ambassador na dikan kra be kan wasem na da. It is here onya South Africa no kono on Ghana.
Oh, say Alan the Ghana so person the president. And Alan no the way we name Alan. Say Ghana man opportunity, now South Africa as woman opportunity. He will prefer so best serving in my Ghana because of our presidential ambition. So you want to mean the president of South Africa. Ghana hire no bit me the president. It is a Ghana for here na GM here no say on be kan ho na yen ejuma. Ada mean nim pefe say Alan obet you see Ghana over South Africa.
Right. Into Uti Richard Suma of the Movement for Change and nanu disem. Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party Swabe Transi. Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress. Artisanal job opportunities. The Ghanaian jobs. I don't know position to take up artisanal jobs. Ye penipa mi etwa blocks okra. This ye confirm the free to go back.
I'm a master of Kakria, Billy. Na Eshe in Juma. Modin can answer na meko in Semne Dono. Mechia NDC China chairman Daniel Onyame Osoliteyen.
Abida musmonya chairman of China.
Your chairman of China dada.
I don't mean to think. No, the MPP when our chairman.
Me the number bemo.
Number bemo. I said NDC Horace Ankra wako China da no ambassador. Deputy ambassador.
Yes.
Ominum the more chairman
of China. Oh, Daniel Onyame chairman on was sponsor NDC for so many years now. Ametia National Soldiers for John Mahama, na Dromo, and Lamisi Bawa. I want to watch with take program.
Yeah.
Na Adakabri ya consensem no dono. What's it?
Godwin Dankwa, what's it Adakabri? I heard the Togolese artisans do better work than their Ghanaian counterparts. That is why people go for them.
What's the more fruit do pano and na wopian? Onya no kwade
Togo to say, look man. Soccer bet is a big job. You don't know for you to check the odds and pick some games. It's not easy. Frank Dia, why did you shout? You only said a consultative role, meaning they must consult Alan and tap some knowledge. Bam, and now orders to buy. Right. It is Ganati means you.
In some year cano.
But you say,
on your day, Ghana. Ye ni youth anambe buma wonim carpentry wonim plumbing wonim fitting ye wo bi ankasa but wonenu boye den chin
ta
Togo fona Ivory Coast fona wo mani mu se ko frɛ Togo ni de ombesidan mawa e bi obeti me charge 2500 for edan ni nyina be frɛ Ghana ni a obeta jo be 10,000 Ghana cedi. Iti Ghana funa kasa watena wo de wasua nsu wasuansa odo wode Togo fune ba na de no obefom no wotimi wie wona ade osanso ade a oma Ghana fune wonani ngide wobekwa kofa Ghana ni abaye na adwuma de Ghana fune wo pe 419 Ghana ni ma estimator osanso se de fasikana man no sanso nkoto wa ma estimate of 8,000 Ghana cedi no otumu ko market no wasanso afre wo phone do de 8,000 na nso. It sounds so your top up. Say to me, say, it's a top up na ehonu webu. Ghana need to go market. No nem material on na ye kwa. No wa fraud there. I don't know 1 CD. I yenya ni 10 CD. Na men for 222 CDs no wado no. Yenim tricks ni na o. But my yenya as a country, John Mahama aba. Only ya Ghana funyi no ye one day there. On share tokrum. Oshe baby head of Constitutional Review Committee, Professor Prempe. Or you'll be a Okasai tier, the Okasai ma LGBT. But the whole NDC, now we were against LGBT. Obane then na yenya power says ya yako fande on be a Constitutional Review Chairman. Maybe ya na MP NDC for send me message there. Mr. Anthony Sapon GRA or your MPP card bearer member. But we are defending there. Ono na why you do more GRA. Ono no beti me defend na akọ the next level. the same contestation our National Communication Authority Mr. Fianco what's not a NPP card bearing member but some gurus are insisting there why a Juma work organization him and he's got myriad of experience Intina Mahama Bebu no onye there Obama NDC Funkutin Obama yenyina says ya yenhwe Bebu no
for no contribution no chop but
Obana Juma na obi a owo nimzi a obetima ye adwuma papa no ono yetin ma onni nimzi wa de no na kire de oye NDC ni ntini fa no kwete no na ade ne se dem na MPP fu ye ya Ghana fu won bu fu won a woto amaniti a won sesi akebi ma me kebi kan kebi amembu ya wa be a oye to test majority ya wa be oye opportunity ma John Dramani Mahama do obesesa nzama pi hweyen education system. The education system no or there yes no it needs total overhaul. Why does the education system need total overhaul? The countries like China, US na de eco schooler say plumbing na start plumbing right from nursery class 1. It's ebenye no na ehu de plumbing no en monyam shebi wom. Ghana ebeko SS na ko university and so na be discovered there sana eye electrician na on obebo. Before Abeka de kusua electrician no ewie na ba outa e bonda wonya for what baby no wale sro there we university says you are electrician we look down upon each other so our education system needs a total overhaul meti hade me national science and math quiz ma Ghana National College what have I achieved from it why because our education system then national science and math quiz na de yesu school na it all has to do with what recall, memorizing. There is no innovation attached to it. It's high time. You better say maybe yen educational system and the way society looks at certain kind of jobs. Me free.
Present day Benin.
Yes.
Just say Dahomey for no atakwame. Just one na akwadre our adansie as opposed to adanse for no almost dan no adena ato so ama ene still adansie mu yenim de no ye kokofa Togo for ene Beninois so momra me and the Ivorians so momra me man
Adakabri ekai there in the 90s yerenyi no si yewie SS impo yewie DSS a yetifia yetime sesawo anwa ogotem ye boabo anoton ye nnuanom ne bi wan sesa wanwa anton a obekọ market wakoboabo ankofo mu wasoasuade wenye sika wom awona wontima ye de woko bush wakosesa won bobai no wa pai no wa aton me ye bi society is dynamic na as time America na nzama sesa the government should have a strict policy bia obekire there okay says here na your modern age abade ne yebetima ye ne de aboa emembu no no ns them opportunity na emiri yewomi because what's emiri da na ode da no emiri bu ni mu so ode bu mu says here ye ka say there Ivorians for no war skills are first year was state housing corporation I want to was low cost housing na de nyina mayen and those days in the 70s and the 80s no we revere this net flat and those things. Net bima, they think you are very rich. You understand? So on your way, we still have the know-how. At the order here there, or them social stigmatization. Are there obi ye trotro ni ne ye srono, obi ye farmer ni ye srono, obi ye carpenter ni ye srono, odi ye jai the mad ni nyina. Ono no ma de no only look attractive for Ghanaian youth. Togolese na wabahade no onye they are unique than us. They are disciplined because Togo no say 3 years or bet no 3 years no we sua wie bagane no owo adwuma mu nem ebia ne master le na yakayaka de ebia oluko adwuma kra ska odebeto edibane po onye bi obi so wo want to ni
na uka discipline makai ewi Togolese ba ko ye Tyler Dennis na brabe ye adwuma bi na adwuma no so I me adwuma bi o wini ba me de be 2 weeks na me de be nti gise me wi ansa na mababa ye wo de no na mza ura ze mhunu be na na edie no o se de bi masa mint me na o ka ye no ma say ka Ghana ni so e be ba ba ji wo kuma na jisika abe na o dada
Adakabre akai this year ya e wo railways police station me lock Ghana carpenter me lock Ghana carpenters too. Seriously, what's the master me then? What made you me friend one me say me we juma me pay juma no within 1 week. What's what be what's what be 6,000 Ghana cedi. Me say because them me pay juma in payment. Me on down payment of 2,000. It's the first day I me on 2,000. What quite one baby. The following day me friend one I did team me friend one.
Who will rely on hormonal responses? Now they got your contract to be a dear when you
me friend one was there ne sister be ya you know okoko for dia mark my year that done the following day nam catch the share one media go no memo wa lock one onye scanner wa you know but me time I won't waste na oya wa wo de ma fam ntino oni want me ye adwuma na why there me do won call police station what's there adwuma na e ya wo gine pi into wo ye kakra wa ha in the one ko atletian no akwa kakra wa
no discipline
but Togolese no Togolese oje adwuma you make sure he finishes so the man attitude of carpenters painters masons electricians Ghanaian one attitude no order because man the man ni poma adwuma no woman he goes through mental stress e bia let the adwuma no within 1 week what the job say
mentality near different here
me ni baby awoko
society and we like fanciful lifestyle.
But we need to change our attitude. Ono no be ma Ghana ye to pon. Ebiane de Donald Trump. Ebiane de Donald Trump or pam America for waba Ghana. Me South Africa. Major na member was South Africa this year. The South Africans revere one national ID no Osumbun Putin qualification. Me no 1 year juma Odu promotion time I was in South African. South African here only qualification okay ID they'll promote him above you. Odu baby they write to you there. You have to train the fellow South Africans who don't have expertise in those things.
No transfer.
You understand? The same way Ghanaians ye to country Ghana ye kwamano ye discipline ye adwuma. The man so no there ye by yenkuma ye adwuma. We need to change the way we think. Most of my yadwen no odi yenya. De bia ye pede ye bu ye ho. De bia ye foreign items. De bia ye pede obi no be ye bibi man. We can do it. We are capable of handling our own affairs. Kwame Nkrumah came in 1957. Also the black man is capable of handling his own affairs. It's no order Ghana ye ko bibim. John Mahama to test majority ya wenye. In decisions be or be taker. Onye binum there. But so ye for the good of the greater order. Ye support John Mahama because Ghana no order of ye for yaum ni esesa ye nsuban. Ye nsuban ni bi wo ha onoma omano onkoyi. She bibia ni awode asua politician. Enim the civil servant we just capable politicians are. Adakabre
who approve.
Oh, massa azana she debia what is sports minister. No was sports minister and we discuss. Ye for Ministry of Sports, Youth and Sports in your example. Debia sports minister here was $4.5 million apparent tax for all African game. I think that the man in his own senses would have sat down for that thing to happen. He delegated responsibility to the civil servant. You understand?
They all connive.
Yes, they all condone and connive. We are not what they are not politician there. Politician.
Okay,
I'm not saying we don't have civil servants who are not doing their job. We have civil servants. What you need to make cronje? It's not all the yes suban yes attitude because John Mahama nemba awabe he's not going to make mistakes. Or by ye Ghana yema yeni na wasuyendo.
He shouldn't make mistakes.
But we should make rooms for him to make mistakes.
Yes, because he's
a human society.
Only nipa na ye adwuma no. The orientation once am na ye kan. Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress NDC now tenene earlier on what Richard Suma of the Movement for Change is also named. Now, Almighty Benjamin Isari, youth organizer, Trouble MPP.
Trouble.
Almighty. Yeah, what I say.
Of our major so from Kokra.
Ghanaian youth are they positioned to take up artisanal work? Say, and they upu because your blocks are macro and I just walk up and free Togo.
Of our medas, Menchia house from Kona Menchia, a tea from Pempemwa, Omuti, Nit FM, and Yumri. Namenchia, Minia Sikanate, and Neme, senior man. Asema de abeto de asem mu du ye pa na ebeboa se yebetimi edi ho nkomo yie na yetimi apɛ ne puma sibile na country bia no ebetimi akonanimu a ensanunwuma play part kese pa e was a country bia na ye na nkasa ne ye ha no te se ne menua no mpanimfo di ka kan ye no society na nkasa no you respect it and sanunyuma na because o share me kai se kumase me colleague back no mo ye miensa o nyina awie JSS the same year ba kunya 14 ba kunya 21 na ba kunya 19 ye ka se ne onya 19 ne 14 no 21 ne 19 nkusun adwuma no omo ka se nya de o mbesun adwuma in a sense se ono awie school no ne colleague oni ne wie school no ko school yeso wono mumu nkonko sun adwuma miwa akenya ne pe no so wonko but wokọ ode no ho kokoto adwuma mu a society na nkasa kra abesre no enti anigie bie ni mu se okọ no akọ akosun adwuma na wode aboa no ho aboa na busua aboa wo man no because obia ya na adwen so opese okọ school ye pe theory no more than practicals because yempe say ye de yensa ebe ye adwuma ni yetimi a benefit because uko Togo ni Benin asemi ya ko fa nim say Togo ni Benin omo eye close omo culture no omo was similar culture omo edi omo ho nkomo ene omo amamre ne niema bi se nti omo nsa no adwuma no nsa no nwuma no artisans work na omo ye no kra they have things in common nti utimi hu say uko southern Benin omo wo ho ni nyina adodo na aye Togofo ene nsa no nwuma pa so na omo ye wo ho ena Benin fo no so ba Togo eba be ye adwuma omo nyina e wo da relationship enti omo na nkasa no nsa no nwuma no sombo ma omo sene so wo be ko school enti okaya amre bi ye papa Canada Japan be kan asem bi se Ghana for youth no omo mpa adwuma omo mpa nsa no nwuma enti so okofa Ghana ni ese so obeduru adwuma mu 8 o'clock wo be ye adwuma obeba beduru obe se 10 wo na wo ye supervisor na se wo ye foreman no wo beba beduru adwuma mu na Ghana ni no na wonya mai enti ye hwe no in one side no Ghana for ye respect enkrofo a na se youth no musu adwuma na ye respect wo mo ye di wo mo ho frɛ se wa WSS me ma WSS makɔ university wo wa nko university wakɔ akɔsua seamstress enipa na hu wa wo ono WSS no wo sua seamstress na we no ko university no oluku down upon you oluku down on you kura se wo de eche se ye ka enipa wo society no mu a wo sua adwuma no wonka ho mi wa wo nya education ni nyina awie na so opese o shatale a eye seamstress no ana tailor no ono na be ma ho ayefe mpo na ade akọ office dressmaker no ono na be ma ho ayefe no wa shatade e de akọ adwuma enso sa nipa na wo pam atade de ama no ye respect no
and na je say nipa wo pam president eye
no address
yeah or the ko no obi in respect
no be in respect no kra wo de opɛ kra komu ko hwɛ sɛ opam president atade ana na niema na yetua ne kasɛ na hwɛ obi o ye garden boy wo presidency Jubilee House omo ka your friend saying omo ho na omo ye adwuma ye tu omo ka omo ye controller for na ankasa no omo ankasa no
public sector
workers no kona kohwe omo pay ono na oye gardener wo Jubilee House no oje na omo pamum tade e de ma ministers and the president no kokohwe omo pay omo je na chese nipa na oye dressmaking ono ye mfa ne nye hwe enti se ne ba
na ka gardener ko say to your social security man
yes ono opam ade no fa ye ntu ahwema no because controller and recognize wo mo adwuma
but ko social security bet me akoye voluntary
of private, but private assembly again.
Private sector.
Ni pay now.
Kasa usika bi akọ ubetimi akọ. Social security.
Yes, of family ase.
Me person me contributions every month. Na uyema omo a giving moms bi no. Uko retirement na say omo do sika be ma.
Of yes, no enhye bia na no so. But government worker there till from source and sana usika no kra no onsaka enhye see you better say social security yetu ama aban ne te eye investment kra wo no ono anya abra wo be kwa ahomegye mu no watimi ama obibi kakra na private worker ni sika na ye de ma na ankasa no ofa eya he no ono ankasa voluntarily watimi akọ no akọ akotua no ho senate sika ni so
onye discipline say sika bi obenya bi be beto but o discipline say obetua ne tax regularly
ofa obetimi aye eno na make say because of society no the way you see drain the artisans for no ntino ono ankasa no kra no education bi eni wono mo akoso ama na esese wo ye adwuma no wonya sika wodi bi si wono mo for dache social security
na wo pensa no adwuma ni a obresa
ofa obre because se na eminu ya ne kae no se ope carpenter ni ono no woje adwuma na omo no so omo ye good ankasa in carpentry no omo no so enti ono so na adwuma efe no sika hunu se na adwuma efe opeso ye na adwuma ma no senior man so hunu se na adwuma efe opeso ye na adwuma ma no on kan cha ne se me wadwuma nti ma me time say na time no duru a na wie no ma ba be no kure ni ho
just o wadwuma
obesa di adwuma na ka ho
period no ontimi nye
enso obeji aka ho ofa obeji aka ho pepepe no waje advance
na just o ye okobra
na wodi wu sika na yi obi de no waje obi de no de be ye odi enti da bia ni sika bi obeji bia no o address wo nanim a wo tu ade ya manfo adwuma
wadi sika bi anya ne de ada
o che ye na wadi because when him say estimate no the buy no so what charge you 10,000 na mfa so wo so be 3,000 it is all man advance of 4,000 when him say 3,000 ye ne dia
ni wadi
3,000 no
we unu ne 1,000 akoso
it time na ono yu obi adwuma na wanya kakra no no dia be start wo de no it abra wo be man say sika na afi na wankasa estimate no de ma ono okwa akototo ho ne ma no abaye wadwuma ma
na fena
na chesa akwa
kona
yes enti offer vocational skills sani yesika ye ne say yentimi enregulate no na yenhye mu kena na yemma manfo ntiase say ukona se ukokosuansa no dwuma enya bone eya de papa a usuansa no dwuma obi a oye government work oye civil servant kra na month ni sika woje no wo na wo yensa no dwuma no uchi sika mo sene no because we see die baako na se utimi eyusu be 6 months na so otimi di sie se ni etimi di si se nipa no osika pa na so otimi di si a within 6 months no usika wo benya no government worker na civil servant no 6 months ni sika obenya no ontimi mfa nkopɛ wo de ento kra into of society na nkasa one yen respect youth o musu adwuma ye mu wo mo se wo su adwuma ye nim se wo na wan su adwuma no wadwen na awu ontimi nko school ntini ye de wakoto adwuma mu eno no ye one enso ntisa yenim se woni ma de enti na osu adwuma
achese won sa no adwuma no
yes yeah
because won say ade anyame de ma ye nyina the most important ade o de ma ye won sa me no
ofai eno no ye nyiri na ye ba no
nyansa na wotimi de ne nsa na woni no wotimi de ye bibia na sa nipa na ye extraordinary
yes
because won sa na ade ye no because won no ma wo ye nyina no won sa edi mu ahim so na won nan efiri won nan ase ebesi usisi ase no more than a year 60% of moja ejina mu nyina ho na ejina
of a society no obi oye farming obi oye fu onokra de emu nokra even area na wote nokra no say ye pege kra wunya bi ofa wunya bi obi a wodo afu wuye farmer de na obi a omo akọ university ya bai a omo abo omo fi omo so wo de wo kọ wuye koko wo dua bro wo dua na te ye ba system no mu a ofa wuye mu hey get ni nyina abeko sankrofo yi wa omo ata de so shem enso oni kapre wo enso ma no kura mpa wo mo
ba ya na omo nsem asisi cheche
ofa na se ne nsa na wo kan no de yadwuma ba se no won se technology aba enti first no de ne ye de yensa ene se kai na edo enso ene no kura na technology na aba na ye use ad enso still o ka se di adwuma na ayo o me ye farmer o fi ukra
awonum se me wo Ai woba wa fra brochira betena Ghana odokuya.
Ofasa on say ono ne de na oye no. Yes, wakohu enti wo machines a wode ye adwuma na eboa no. Eno ono ankasa no wa motivate no ho say baabi a mekotena ye no adwuma we na no omo ya na eboa omo ntimi nso mi beye bi wa. Enti wo fa bonso ono oba ha no ma ne niam a oye bi adanso.
Ena ni kunu ni ntama says wonti ase so ba na yekuya.
Ofa o say asawa be ke. Ofa asawa be ke eno ofa to si yo. Ne yire ni yekuya no. O si ni kunu ni na nya problem because ne yire yekuya adwuma.
Ube kwa brochira betena Ghana.
You see not enso ofa. Omo kwa brochire ho no mo a. Omo kwa yekuya no wo ho. Omo kwa
ogotiti apples.
Omo kwa titi apples ko titi tomatoes ni ade oba ha no ma sa adwuma no onye. Enti ofa 1 yen respect womo a omo su adwuma omo aye omo adwen so omo besu adwuma yen respect womo na aban no emma nsanonyuma na ankasa na enye priority man ehia no because you to ni bebre betimi do omo ho akwa nsanodwuma mu a ebe reading su
but mo mi ehwe we susu Dominic abu asemi ode bae ena for mo o say look man soccer bet is a big job. You don't know for how to choose, how to check the odds and pick some games. It's not that easy. Or how to check the odds and then be able to pick. Year-old boy and then okwa physics I work Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology na koda de chiremu physics velocity ne normal bi okeka ne aye na just akola ne hu yi na wait mutie ne yo mama ne just soccer bed na matete no o say ya betimi a check odds no do you even know what odds are? Are you scientific what you so odds no so no na fe what me pick certain games e betimi ama odds na wanya no what di ama yetua woka enti ni brains and na one working the brains in order to check the odds enti munimu ya e bia mo mi nkonkore
develop countries but edini pia efefe ho the man so na escape ye but ekwan bi a scape wo ho a oye scabon oni de edo wadwene mpoko ho oye dem gambling na odd na abade
entasi
under 2 under 5 last me call baby police fubi what you say and me try Chelsea me man under 2 over Mr. Scott na Mr. hey gambling the amempo
but the one gambling no where did you say
ni brains say adwuma also
onye adwuma hwe esuasu dem odds e betim the pension
ora bibia na on earning a living out of it no
ADAKABRI you cannot earn a living out of gambling sir even to make one school fees no what they acquire them odd ebe tiande salang in school do wan go
e ka wona ni say
amen ka sem bi ncho adwuma me wo no HR no wo ho yesi game bi wo ho no ye frɛ no aviator ofa asemi american sa HR no na ni kunukura ye former DC e wo north wo baby no ye HR ewo member baby ana me wono me ba obi abehu no ofa otwa aviator saa ni kunu ka wo de ma no woton ye oba baby ye adwuma mu ha ye adwuma na opi owo ho bia no wode ne ka wo ye ya no afro me ma no ba kwa ate ahwe wapira ma frɛ mi kunu so odi ska beba won fa ma nti me srɛ o ma me 1000 cedis
oba na twa aviator
ofa me se ofa otwa what the tenancy twa bets am 330,000 Ghana cedis or the link net aviator of
very addictive
ena oye say ade achi a obi mu ano no omo yiska na sa na jo no 500,000 na o screenshot say ya hu so wadi no or the 270,000 say twa na jo na Amaduna we try man sign. Okoye okwaji sika no omsi sika no so nti eso mutua no tranches. Mu 21st one omba ne 20,000. 20,000 omsa aka chense sika no woni mobile na yi so. Nti so opeso obi odi bi twa aviator na obetimi akoso atwa. Na emomu no ye man 20,000 no just a 1 week time and san wasa baba beji bi nya so obeji ni nyira o. And to 20,000 physical cash na the man no we anya biem and sika na aka ni nyina odi twae and to fa chacha de anya dwuma gamble biem no e dwuma ya de shey you to no so de anya o say o check it out na enough for
mami ka bibi kakra one say they are onu e kanu when they are developing system now ubetimi ni programming and the programming be there it said lotto paper now I said it no a lotto paper ube won say obi obetina tina lotto paper from anopa e copy enumere or working say ni nyina e brain work be ye ka say national development Ghana o manu be den be kon enim and the gambling there no matter how obe crack your brain decode program no obetimi anya ho faso there it doesn't in fact
the word gambling
no me
a game
no yes anything there
wouldn't chess bo
anything why the action attack you are making it lucrative attractive
this card
you gaming
there be patrol what say me two card say a game is for fun
abila
but the moment I would see card to super adani gambling
but into our gaming commission games
they be asika
nese was say me got the okay ought no
they said ya ye kanu on my phone no youth no vulnerable omu ni hwe omu ye anything now the gaming companies no omu take advantage of the youth no and na brebre no say na say obi wa we are the boss
national issue
wa we are the boss bebre na omu we omu boss na asem no court and na police station obe di echia or the sikano dey akode or the akoye soccer bet and now the akoye gambling bi wa baby anything na ye ka say and can me say
akasa for obi sika betwa
sa bet sa odds no be say mahama kai say an ko be yi tax component be free who we need
betting tax
and to me like this component should even increase it
no
what I say because nyama we are encouraging kolanu bebre say omu go into the areas enye productive onu jisika no wakowi osika wakowi obinisika they are tu chacha mfaso be na e wasuma oman no anything I can say they should find omu building ADAKABRI ni say Cote d'Ivoire only say
Jack Kyo I say your camera is not so clear to see those who are there no
the camera and say ya
see no lack of they said their senior brother Ekano obi HR e wo company bu any kire say onye unemployed o oye employed all right but offer extra money or you're motivated by the fact
so
that
you can be doing odd jobs alongside. Say the Ubika university professor, so no say waiter.
Komona udi ye
future.
Komona udi ye
na nim so over. Omo yes sports no. Omo na tire all to know radio so. Omo yes sports no.
Sports for no. Tidankwa pia gwa.
Man, you bet me every it's going straight to win.
Mo Fred Achman, mo Fred Achman. And just say, "Oh, you know, sports presenters."
Some disclaimer count.
As I'm fan to because my knee was able to me call down.
Na wucha bebo small presenter ne be kasa ade ne dia
akefo so anu aye
no dey so no wa train
bisa question back bio and then now say those the year what GSS no those technical education was part of the curriculum from GSS those na year school drawing technical drawing ye niama those time we won Crawford school visual art still bend in cry chire But I don't think I use Sanya money every year curriculum.
And you want to say on
theory.
This is actually anyone who called GSSR. Those times, what do we call it? Drawing, what do we call it? There's the idea technical drawing. No, there's
Masset.
No, Masset.
That T square.
T square. Also, board we were Uko square. And then GSS maybe I need a board no be. Because it is no longer part of the curriculum.
The senior school I want. You say theory no. Oh yeah, your man 60%. Practicals your man 40%. Then from onset no crown. Practicals na ankasa kura no.
Yan fan
serious. Yan value no. Because theory no
you are very important conversation. Because Ghana no infrastructure deficit no too much. We need roads, we need schools, we need hospital. Because you need skilled labor.
A built environment now. Can you do away with the steel bender?
We need skilled labor.
You can't do away with the steel bender.
Look at Dubai. Look at development. Because we are Dubai. They be at Dubai. You recruiting plumbers, electricians, every Ghana, baby, national, so I'm called Dubai. And then you were offered Dubai. Dubai basins for Dubai 14,500 cedi, including your ticket.
Now what could Dubai? As an artisan.
14,000 cedis, including ticket.
Now more only DP now at us or the
say room hanuma ya chama nipa be 5 no mo demu.
But
company no tell. Aban net nti wonya be se month no 3,000 Ghana cedis what the bag Ghana scheme
for you say national
apprentice ba ko so ese ehwe ne ye ni say adwuma sua no ye yi ani ama masters no so atake advantage e won kwala no ukosua
muntimi ntena se fam ho ni Dominic ya boase mi musa mo say what is the difference between soccer betting and trading in stocks? Uko stock exchange stocks no mo here. Why would that be this?
No,
where the baby was him. We can't see baby. I said, "Mummy, I'm going to so no.
Eba artisans are somewhere can dey a emunchire mu ne ye bebre but offer ye serious na say ye ma nsanu nyuma no aba take center stage e wo ye youth no mu a ebeboa na ene obi wo hono mu a wo se wo kira akola adwuma offer otimi yusu akola no 4 years oh what the 4 years na be kira akola adwuma eye amazing work meanwhile no so uko Togo ya ye kan wan asemu na uko Benin ya ye kan wan adwuma asemu ya uko na uko su adwuma wacha 1 year na wapon ho ne asama certificate
Ghana ni master
no mo su adwuma o kira akola na adwuma o se ji se 4 years
no nidi no ho sa
no nidi nti akola na wi adwuma kura within 1 year no master no so be use akola na sa de na ya adwuma sa extra 3 years biem because of attention bi enimu nti no ono na wo kire adwuma na wo je akola ni sika no kro ntua tax bia eti there it is we the 1.5 years isu achese sa ansan ya be kire wo red adwuma na kasa na ya be kire wo
regulation bia ni ho
nti obi amfo obi aho nti omo na omo eye masters no wadu omo ye seniors no the same thing omo so bo chese sa 1 year 6 months ansan ya be kire omo the rare work I tell electrician no nti within 4 years no na master no so waste akola na time nti akola no kosu adwuma no over 20 years or spend 4 years no de akwa kosu adwuma na awie kura 4 years no yes sa serve master no
for another 1 year 2 years
asa
85 years
oniska obepon ne ho
ba wo fa wo Togo ya ye ka ho asem ni Benin ya wo start adwuma ye 1 year wi ani asama certificate
yes
nti master no tre adwuma no kura no e de obe ye adwuma mpo na obetu ya wo ka every month
Mr. Mama Abrante akonya bi ntina so say soccer bet yen koso nyina no sports presenters ana omoma sa soccer bet no koso dachi me mo atena se
e jofa
dachi na ho te sen
adom official pass
you what are the odds that Manchester United will win the next match
over mami jetifo amina wasen so over United there is your team no and say the 1997 98 99 91 92 they are probably behind the 2010 13
yes sir Alex Ferguson 10 one from 1986
yes at the bepim time of you am go far David Moyes buy and wachi omo mamu yes e call ye Luis Van Gaal buy Jose Mourinho buy
Ole
e buy up to and Ruben Amorim aba. I think say United team no there. Ope us say we student of the game. Obeko team next year. Either win or draw.
Ubeko team next na say anything.
Say United dey go home.
Who use that phrase? Ubeko team next year.
Who the bibi koto echire.
Who the bibi koto echire? Next say who go twa bet. Who go twa bet.
Who scare koto so. No na say who koto echire. Say no of the game.
It's a student of the game. We are developing how to understand the odds system.
Okay. So screen one say we were mean to be made because
we will be anka so to be we dey
Mami disclaim me say disclaim
why you na kasa achiro we dey share me person ko to
over yeah one say your bomb match either win draw or lose
three options
I know your first three options and the young man say me penny for you hey that penny na ebo home or your team Manchester United and a bra penny a Liverpool
and that's City
and now Manchester City. Now the strength of Liverpool form currently. It is only Manchester United no go home now because of United performance no of late
Old Trafford
a war form no. You bet to me I'm a Manchester United be say be a 4 CD. Do no na go home. You bet man 4 CD near my Liverpool be a 1 CD 50 pesos.
That's the odds.
That is the odds.
Odds to say United be winning 4 cities. And the odds to say Liverpool be winning 1 city 50 pesos.
And the reason why Yama Liverpool 1 city 50 pesos no ye 4. Oh, odds ni na favor say possibility say Liverpool be share Manchester United no higher. Possibility say United be share Liverpool no form. Enti say na no ya mboy ekoye 2-2 draw no us ni nyina no na favor Liverpool say obeshe United
it is United both 2-2 kan we debunk odds no
exactly enti say no e bia 4 CD no aye de man United no oko United echi e bia win or draw wafa e be depend amount of money or the bet to echi and as oko no draw straight normally no draw no si kakra na so chain the obo home
such as a team way be ebobo draw
and to say match way to say here 2-2 nipa no ko to echi no this cannot to echi say United and Liverpool no be draw otumi ma correct score to say 2-2 not the 2 echi and the bro
this dey aduma aderi aduma
and e san wo first goal maybe Liverpool to score first no so ni sika wo ho and e be a throw first throw corner fouls
ni nyina
e wo man to extend say if players ni be to play wo beti ayasi player we wakoto chacha e ma yama ne band players no so dom ho ahyem etu obi wo striker bi wo Japan anim po da ho pa na obobo ne franchise ye be kwa hwehwem be ko hwem later ebi nanu ya Newcastle United for to player be from Milan Tonali Sandro Tonali onu chacha Newcastle before Brentford for better almost strike across Saudi Arabia no so chacha sa so even in the league players do no ebi bo chacha eti football ne dey offer dey
eti mumu ye sports analysis na odds no favor se bia Liverpool na abrante bi eti radio na chi no tie dan kwaku yabo a na wa rely on kwaku yabo a asamo analysis no so na what the coach or discuss ko to actually say Liverpool be winning eti bia make say wanya adwuma enti ni papa sika na wa fa no de akoto actually na say eba die na ya na ma ye bobo scores bi enipa na bitimi twitwa hye no
eno ye de wo kan say ye ba kasafidie su se ne ebia ya analyze games na nipa no otie no ebitumi gina so bet omo ankasa no mu twa bet no wofa omo ni mu chen even said ye no because omo no obi dia na adwuma
eti say ebedu bra bia me anya radio pandita onu betimi ababe on the odds ne ba
aha ne yenye
guy be what they go mo di new studio
yeah studio no be
to me fa be say 2 games no the be be 10,000 Ghana and say 50,000 Ghana no they are two eche no to holding no head e be see
one page adwuma no what afre ho
na adwuma no
but not giving no working here so not giving no so no na we mu ntimi nko mala mo fama
oh wo fa no de menim
because at mala mo so wo muntu bi asofo no so
mala ntimi nya ho hwe
we so asofo ntimi nya ho hwe
on say long bet wo ho
long bet and
long bet no to say last year 2024 washisha matches be from November abepim ebia match ebo baako
eto so
na eteke greens na dey ko etie bi wo tumi hihye be 30 games 50 games 40 games
ade ma betting company no
ade ma straight na wakoto long bet no say every week bia bi wo so ase
nigga say e wo say nyankopon ma ne tena wiase ama sa long bet ni nyina besene ko na wo tumi wele ma
tumi win
can you imagine
of am for the edipa say na say aye den benu kura no omo wo kon omo fa so omo didi
ayeden ade na ayeden
say on say beginning na ebe aye no na amanfo inform hu
enhyem dini agum
ase wo discard any man hu ntino na amanfo kakra na few na omo enim say wo ho na edia ne ade and don't forget say teams ni bi nso are being sponsored by some of the betting companies it omo to me Eko team num etebi was one steady ahwe bi wa Champions League games matches bi wa about to me say match we can say Real Madrid ebi mi share ebi a Shakhtar Donetsk ube hu ano na Shakhtar Donetsk edufu Real Madrid eti also now was selected ni nyina no teams ni nyina win but na Madrid onim say duli Madrid be share Shakhtar Donetsk no na abese
ase ni nyina
eti one is bet ne sa
ebobo company bi edi
okay your companies bi o ma sponsor clubs ni bi anti sa influence no so no one way
because the year ke kwa mi wa fasi bensaf double ene fensen amapokuya me ne dabai oni aso omunyina se bet na ana wo hwe wo ba kotodwe na chese bet no ye adwuma ama adwuma because what trans we algebra na say ye de hia
minim say ye algebra expression na say board mass na say minim offer
atiana
when we say ade ba ko a yen hye no so ne say the brain so bet na say na what me I calculate because match bi wo ha na so offer teams no or Selectia.
And now from
share the form guard with a number of matches at 1 4
on the team next year.
Take it. No, I share player. Maybe you bet to me a share go. I will game win. For instance, Liverpool say, who player will share goes to do a Mo Salah. And our teams be a Okatene Nukra no Shia said United bomb of near the teams out to me. Even weekend
I bomb of me school hunting ja de okay kan.
Oh okay. But Mohamed Salah to score against Bournemouth. Over the weekend.
I bomb of one year. He can Wigan mono
Nottingham for
say over the weekend you me say Bournemouth share Nottingham for 2 informed teams in England. Mo share almost 5. Offer
Yemi phone la ne kakra ne hwe say.
I don't know who sponsor the local league in Ghana. The sport. What is wrong with Ghana league?
Since they are almost trained in adwina ko. Foreign leagues.
Boss is here. Wait me bet you almost.
Na say kromo ye. Say kromo ye.
Omo yi free mu because league you know e wo owura. Untumi be for be product. Now fan to platform so and fan you so if you know emo letter be no plan still. Ebinum other platform bi wi om de koto om we no so eton
yemi phone line kakra na ye hwe se youth no ye position ye ho se ye nya adwuma na ayɛ sɛ ɔmo stimulate ɔmo mind by engaging in betting ana na ɛho mfasodeɛ bi wɔ hɔ betumi afrɛ wɔ 03 02 25 7902 03 02 25 03 02 25 7902 and I say 03 02 24 35 40. The Odeba. Good afternoon.
ADAKABRI.
And you patch frosting.
ADAKABRI, a friend at the Pamicasa free, Taifa Burkina, Mr. J.
You, at the Pamientio.
Yo, offer. Dear Mechia, dear Mechiano Pa, MPP Genetic, Chiano Modema, Nama Wutufa, MPP. ADAKABRI, Ghana no aye wono. Eye se yen kasa no. Yetimi eye bibi. Yen fa yeni to omampani bi so. ADAKABRI, me de me ho eye example kakra. Me ye project bi na blocks na me twa no. Omo ba, omo twa ene no omo aba ekina no omo agai saa ADAKABRI. And I decided a blog mean big that is my life. And I decided say me I make trouble me blocks no.
Who's what can't say?
ADAKABRI mean that me trap blocks. To me see na me ye be account na blocks na me try me the ball pan. We decided say me I make trap. ADAKABRI they me trap tray. Me a holding me trap tray, and then me no bet me trap take back meant.
30 bags of cement what make ya so twa 30 and after 35 and now 40 kura no a say hwe dodo a watwa o
ya dodo a metwa for that crap ADAKABRI me 56 years so me decide say the omo ye no etime gya wo mo me
asapa na wo kan yo tete akwa na wo metwa koso da bi kumasefo de ye no yenyusu mode yenyusu pampan ne jiso kokotobi nyensa jiso ko han 30 series a day ehimpa ne to ose magazine ose 2000 yasuma de bedroom magazine one ma ose da bi enye 2000 and 2600 na mtiri so mfa
edi me ka kire youth ni say yenya ye fa ya hoden enya djuma ni enya say ye di ye ho poto for politicians so na ye koni e ba ni e senoma omo ba ni omo di ya to ho omo ehwehwe ye biem afi ni omo perceive e na wa qualified do say e na wa ye djuma akopim say yenya ya po school aye no CV no na ye ndey
ye de wase papa
ye wa adwen say wo be
yi wa de ye de wase ah nti se me nda kwasi ada bia kwa no kametwa 5 bucks me nda metwa 5 bucks kwasi ada kametumi atwa o 10 bucks a week kametumi atwa good afternoon
Afa
sato who to say
kumase bro no bi o se e da nyame da ban
set alankash na ka say me tie we
ni se nyam pama ofa onu watie fo nyina na ma se nyam pama Mr Flip e o kasoa old barrier ana chief alan kwajo chairman ni se nyam pa de manu pa ama se nyam pa so ama ona bo Boniface na ofa nsemi de ha na mani age na me ra so aho kakra ensema amabo so ni ne amabo brusin Ghana ye penkoso ni mpuntu na mesre Minister of Lands and Resources ayede ne ba o hwe ne ensema ye busa no betting committee e busa no eni anu ye o de ba ya amama huse ye benya leaders ya o mo ba bua o man Ghana ama o how ni amania ni atete aye namu no ya enu na meje bia chief alan kwajo chairmanti wasi onu Obama ankurankura no entinu se omampanyini John Dramani Mahama eyi omo wa kuma power gen power nchise ya papa din o man Ghana mpuntuoli o man Ghana nkanko hu dia onfa omunya duma emfa hu se mi ala na metifie se me wa kuma pa agin o man ho a misana o mo me aponti ni bi na mi meshisha nchise ya papa na Ghana mfa ni ntuma pemfla na Ghana be ye ya ebeye yama me ni mienu ebeye yama ye da chinchirima enu nia hwehwe ade ama Ghana nkoso titi ye nyina ye mfa akoma pa ni adempa ni ntisi papa.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, boss.
Baja Frosting.
Yes, friend me Pope Francis.
You mienti we.
Nikasafi danso mashabu.
Mienti you.
Adwuma som na mo ka dia yampa. Ye bi no mo adwuma enya ye be ye bi. Ba ye bi na ni ho enya nya bi. Enti me ka te media de me ka te president Mahama say me nya watima nkwa akolebu a me pe be ye. Ana number 2 bet na some mo kan so bet no enye bet na ye. Bet ye pa unya odd 5. Ucha no 1 million a form 1.5 million. So every day po unya 5 million. A month no also what you pay. Inti bet ni ya ento me nja e beka ba ye pejuma na ye so aka ho.
Asem no no. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. 0302 243540. Na yentie dia ososo wo de beba 0302 257902. Enti nipa also on the line no enyesa. Good afternoon.
ADAKABRI good afternoon.
Good afternoon Penny Frosting.
Mpacho me de Eric Mkasa free amasama.
You Eric mienti you.
Mpacho eduma na asem no na kampese me kan bi. Kaka. Once Ghana has seen, I say Akitiana, Omudichia, workers, Yana, and yet. And she Nifano so woman Ejuma, on so per se, Bia, only a Jumani being count to be friend a Jumabia. On to mean Jai, Bia, or Yano, as or Cosa, a coach for because Ebi obey back on the baby, let us only be and yet. And winting a yana ma a Jumano, yet to me, a boss sano. So, maybe you're missing. And to me, will be from a Juma, and said a Juma, so but I didn't know. Me near Juma, as some coaches for account because why I understand now.
And this and the apple say, I feel what chatro and the actually will be.
Send a strategy, Yadia Jumano. Because of you or more Jumana, or no Nyabuto. So, one year, sir, once or the Juman Subasa could be before from. In the essay, a Jumana bar also so fine strategy be also the Benyabia, and the Obe make you say, Obey to me now, Okwa Akaka, no Abakaka, at the same time. Oh, the way I only Cranton, Ebekasa, Ebema, I Antina Yana, yes, and yes, I be a yan canocra, and say, be start by Juman in one cinema, Yayasan.
Yo, Yadawasi. Back to the studio finally, near Yadasi. Adiana and Penfomudi Jai. Edine kind richest woman of the movement for change. They are not DJing.
So, I can say Ghana no akwa say Broni Beka say we have a nation to build. And you know Obia Ewojuma said oh yeah. And I must before I started conversation, who the assembly by about John Mahama said didn't buy a 2 coin the idea. And no the anchor to me and your assembly because Oyaniba. And this person called Bibia, we are seeing you see me bad the machine from me qua and Yasambia. The only thing that will be a problem is Abia so command some on some a Juma Bia, Abia Rebecca say and Sheda and Fatano because they be only who experience and only who named the Abbey and now the Juma no manu because all your banting we're hoping Abia ye be no problem. But as far as say or ye ni yemba out didn't the issue be there anywho. And I say, or Titino, Sebi on also a politician, Papa, he said they were or no Joma, dear, he said now call who, and him for 4 no person, sorry, no Muchiano, see there be Muntinasi. Or some good character, be a effata as a president. And you know, Senibano was our characteristics, no be nice in the future. And this if you say, John Mahama ba and also some good qualities, or bet me a lady party now. Why not be no problem, be a. And the finally is to say, Omo agitated Omo position, so be high pre-expectation ye high. And NPP force Omo expected say within 1 week, and not 2 weeks, and not 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, dollar November form, then the inflation ember form, exchange rate, they should have patience. Mahama needs not anything less than 1 year. So obey me to 2 near my year. And you know yes, straw muso munya butrema papa no na the obey me aye no on ye na or mine no enko nenim. Na enya Ghana e fan into my buy then enfra.
Joshua me enti onso so e.
Eja ADAKABRI ma me di twato ne de Ghana no da ho no oda ho me ye nyina. Ne ye won krofo bi a wo ye kronjen a wesi won bo de obe ye dwumaden na Ghana afa ne ntama peifra. Demon krofo na John Mahama ehwehwe won no de aye omani yi. Say ye MPP new, ye NDC new, ye CPP new, ye movement new. Kai hunde Ghana no oye yi a oye ye ma ye nyina. Na wo de kakra betima ye de abo ma no na ye de abo ma no ona ne ye hwehwe fru Ghana ni bia John Mahama be ma ye nyina yemfa eniji na mpaebo na akomapa yemfa ntai na echi na mambu no ndiye na Ghana nso ndiye
yo Ben
ofa me da sepa im say ne meka kakra ne say ye besre NDC ye youth no se omunya botre no omunya atutura asem a omoye wo mamu ha no na yeto abawie na se wo party ba power president no owo hodema Ghana nyina enye NDC fo nko a ofa at rate ne de wi a mabunu no wo NDC mu no omusi ye no is about high time I say ye kasa kire omo no omu jai because ano odin de wi a omusi ss niema na omo treti amanfo na ye ne yaban aba ne sa ne ma na omo ye no fa ya nhwe ne yi a asa na omo twa no enya de ye beboa ye besere se omo nya botere omo aban aba power na omo nhwe se aban ne be ye nhihye ye pa ebeboa ma omo nso enya adwuma ye because hwe nne ne omo koye wo wa yi ya ofa ntwa yi se ene basentalia akọ start adwuma mo se mo ko 24 hour economy mo nso mo akọ ye adwuma ofa ntwa yi eyesa emwa ti ebesere se omo ankasa no omo nya botere ne yesere omo se omo mpanimfo no omo ni youth ne nkasa no omo ntiase na John Mahama president ono ankasa kra ohia time wa se so de form ne government ansa no watimi start adwuma se ne ebe ya ebetimi ama oman no akonanim
right ya pass that sonko emma Rachel Soma of the Movement for Change as Dakoma Benjamin Esari of the New Patriotic Party, Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress. ADAKABRI Mamudu Oshioma as Dakoma Ayepanyiko Judamiado. Majero